What is up, Husker Nation? My name is Logan Merrick, and this is Husker Central. And joining me is a very special guest, is my son, my youngest son, Micah. Say hi, Micah.
Hi.
Micah's going to kind of be in the stream with me, so I'm really pumped about that. Let's go over here. Already got some people saying, "Let's go Huskers," which I'm pumped about. Yeah, so stream time, baby, stream time. Really excited about this game. Micah, are you excited? We've already got some people showing up in the live stream. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Really pumped about this game day, getting the season started right. I don't know about you, but if you've been watching all the other Big Ten games, they've been kind of snooze fest from going back from Friday night and some games on Thursday. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Put in the chat, if you will, what your score prediction for the game is going to be today of Nebraska versus UTEP. That game will get started at 2:30, and we'll watch that, and I'll kind of dissect some stuff together. But give me your score predictions in the chat if you would. But I'm going to be talking a little bit about, like, right now, what I'm seeing with these other teams. So Iowa, if you've been watching Iowa, they were struggling against Illinois State, and it was 6-0 in going into halftime. It was rough, and Cade McNamara, I think, even coming into halfway through the third quarter or something like that, or not quite halfway through the third quarter, he was only like 9 for 18 or something crazy like that for less than 100 yards. It was pretty rough. They couldn't do anything. They had 2 field goals. That was it. And then they come out at halftime, and then they just start running the ball at will. And it's been pretty much all Iowa ever since. Because right now, looking at the score, because they just scored again, it is 40-0 all Iowa. And I'm going to tell you, that's still not impressive. Like, I'm not impressed at all. What about you, bud?
I was paying attention. But those Sky Studios put 12-22 Huskers right there.
Yeah, they put their score prediction in. Those guys studios. Thanks for doing that. That would also be, yeah, we don't know who those people are. We know exactly who those people are. That's your older brother. So Iowa doesn't look impressive. They still look like the same old Iowa. Don't let the score fool you. I think Illinois State is really just kind of wearing down, which is what Iowa does. The other games, Big Ten games kind of going across, is Maryland versus UConn. Let me go check on that game over here. Again, another Big Ten team. That game's on commercial, but it was like 30-something-7 last I checked. Of course, we're West Virginia, Penn State. By the way, did offensive pass interference stop being a thing in college football? Because it was egregious in the Colorado game, which I'm going to talk about Colorado in just a second. But this game, Penn State versus West Virginia, Penn State is trying to drive. West Virginia's trying to keep them out of the end zone. They throw a bomb. It is an egregious offensive pass interference. I mean, terrible, right in front of the official. No call. Ultimately, Penn State scores right before halftime. It's terrible. Then I saw Travis Hunter, 3 really bad offensive pass interferences in that game against North Dakota State. I don't know if they just don't call it anymore. I don't know if the officials are still trying to get into the swing of things, but it's been absolutely rough. But excited about playing Colorado next week. But first, we got UTEP. Speaking of UTEP, if you didn't know, I did a video a couple of weeks ago about UTEP. If you didn't get a chance to watch that game or watch that video, here's a simple breakdown. Scotty Walden is the coach. He is a great coach. I think he's going to turn this team around. They were god awful last year. I watched some UTEP tape. Their offensive line was porous. It was bad, but they've tried to transform that offensive line. Ultimately, Scotty Walden is going to try to run a play every 12 seconds. So they're going to be very, very up tempo. I've seen a lot of people commenting going, I'm really kind of worried about that. It's going to wear our defense out. Hold on when you think about that, because I want you to think back to Scott Frost, because everyone said that it was going to work with Scott Frost and the up-tempo offense against Big Ten defenses, and it didn't. We get a lot of 3-and-outs. Ultimately, you see your defense get really wore out because they're on the field a lot. And so I think you're going to see that in this game. Now, I don't want you to get completely sidetracked thinking that this could just be a blowout. It could, but UTEP has completely flipped their roster. Scotty Walden, who was at Austin P, was in 2 championship games. Brought over a lot of guys from Austin P, got some good transfers. They have the #1 recruiting class this year in Conference USA. So he's doing some good things. So it's not just going to be like this, like what's happening with Iowa at this point, where it's like it could very well wear them down. I think the game is ultimately going to be 35-7, 35-3, something along those lines. Again, if you're just joining us, put your score prediction in the chat. Would love to know what your score prediction is. Micah, what's your score prediction for today?
14-38.
Okay. 14-38. That's a good little prediction there. So again, with UTEP, they do have a guy by the name of, and I just drew a blank, Westmoreland, I believe is his name. I've got their stuff here. He plays a rover type position, or let's see. What do they call it? They call it a bandit. They call it bandit because they play a 3-3-5 just like we do. Of course, there's so many different variations of all different types of defenses, so that that 3-3-5 is going to look a bit different, but it's going to be familiar for our offense. But they call theirs a bandit, which is kind of that what MJ Sherman plays. I think we call it a jack. So Westmoreland is an NFL player. Like, he will play on Sundays. He's a good player. Defensively, they had a lot. Their 2 leading tacklers from last year are gone. They aged out. So I'm curious to see how that'll look. They got some guys from Austin P on the defensive line. So they've got some dudes, but I ultimately think we're just too deep. We're a bigger team in every aspect of the way of that. So I'm pretty excited to see what we do against this team, but I do think that we can't just go, right off the bat, it's going to be a blowout. I don't think so, but we'll see. They have on offense, they've got some dudes, they've got some receivers, but their quarterback play is going to be like last year. They had Cade McConnell, who's ultimately the backup now. They have a guy that came from Austin P, who's not had any snaps. He's had very few snaps at Austin P. Cade McConnell last year was awful, so I can see why they're trying to give this dude from Austin P the chance to start. And his name is Skylar Locklear, and he's a sophomore. So again, Cade McConnell not starting. He was the guy who had all the experience last year. I don't think either one's gonna be very good. That offensive line, like I said, last year was really bad. I think that with our steady rotation, I don't care how up tempo the offense is. I think with that rotation of our defensive linemen, we're going to continue to get home. We can continue to get home. So I think they're going to try to run the ball, and they're going to try to throw a lot of kind of screen passes and those types of things. So we'll see, but I'm really excited about it. We are 20 minutes away. Micah, what are you looking forward to in our game today? Like, what are you going to be watching? What's going to be the one thing that you're zeroing in on?
Raiola.
Dylan Raiola?
Yeah.
Why?
His accuracy with throwing, if he can hit his target and stuff.
I think everybody that's watching right now, all 21 viewers, are thinking the same thing. We're going to all be watching Dylan Raiola. We're going to be watching our offensive line, right? We're going to make sure that they keep him upright. I'm going to be watching Turner Corcoran a lot. Now, I caught some flack about this because I posted a video about the new tight end, Mac from LSU, that was a surprise transfer in. And I said, I was just giving my opinion. I didn't state it as fact, but people got really upset about it apparently. That I said, I wonder if, because Mac is a inline kind of tight blocking tight end, that doesn't mean he can't go out for passes. He can, but he's just not a fleet of foot. He's not a Thomas Fidone type, but he will flat pancake the living mess out of you. You go watch his tape. He just absolutely destroys people. And so I was like, I wonder if they're thinking, I was talking about the coaches, if they're a little bit worried about that left tackle spot. And they're trying, and of course, Mac is not playing in this game. He couldn't because I think his first practice was Wednesday. So, but I'm like, as we get closer to playing better skill players and those are better defensive lines and other types of things like that, I'm curious, are they like, hey, we need to make sure that we kind of secure that blind side? And people were like, you don't know, you're talking about Turner Corcoran, blah, 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 blah. Now, look, here's the deal, man. Turner Corcoran, this is his chance to change who he has been the last couple of seasons, which has been essentially a turnstile. He is rated the lowest offensive lineman by PFF, and it's not even close. I don't know if, like, because I know that his first year of being able to play, he looked good. Then he got hurt, and he's ever since then, it's been bad all the way around. This is his chance to redeem himself and show I belong not only on this offensive line, but I belong in the NFL. I'm one of the best players on this offensive line. I was a highly touted recruit. Prove all those things starting today. So I'll be watching Turner Corcoran pretty closely. The other thing is I'm going to be watching our defense, which, by the way, all returning. You got a lot of returning starters. They're all older. I love Deshaun Singleton. I love Isaac Gifford. I love our defensive line with Nash and Ty kind of holding that down. And so I'm excited. Of course, Tommy Hill on one side, and then you got Marquise Buford Jr. on the other. I'm just really pumped about our defense. And so, of course, I'm pumped about Dylan Raiola, but it's those other aspects that I want to see, because I said I was going to circle back to Colorado, because if you watched Colorado, if you watched that game, I was not impressed at all. Shedeur Sanders, yes, great quarterback. So for any Colorado fan that's going to jump in here, Shedeur is a good quarterback. Travis Hunter is elite. I mean, the dude is elite, and I've never seen a guy that can play both sides and play both sides at an elite level and have the stamina to, because he only set out for 2 plays. Guy's elite outside of his offensive pass interferences that he had that didn't get called. And then you've got Horn, who is also a very good wide receiver. Outside of those 3, they didn't show me anything. Their defense, the middle of the field, I guess they don't defend that. Their defensive line didn't do anything to scare me. Their secondary was awful. So their defense doesn't scare me in the least. Their offensive line was just getting worked. So in the trenches, where I think Nebraska is the best, in the trenches, Colorado is bad. So I think you sit back with Colorado, you just rush 4 with an occasional blitz here and there just to keep things kind of honest. But I think you make them beat you through running the ball, which they can't do, because they're too pass happy, and they know that their best players are on the perimeter and in the slot. And there's no way that Nebraska is going to be as bad as that North Dakota secondary was. I don't know that I've ever seen a secondary that bad, because when Shedeur Sanders threw the 1 touchdown pass to where did the balloons come from? Did you see that?
Yeah.
How did that happen? That was crazy. When Shedeur Sanders threw the touchdown and he was getting blitzed, his hand was hit. That ball kind of flutters up there, but because there's no one in the secondary, I went back, paused it, took a screenshot of it. There's not a guy within 15 yards of Horn. He's just running free right up the seam. That would not happen with Nebraska. Is Nebraska perfect? No. Are they going to have blown assignments? Yes, all those things. But I promise you that would not have happened against Nebraska because it was bad. I mean, I paused it and there were 4 North Dakota players all on the left side of the field guarding one guy. And then they left one of the most dynamic players on Colorado. All right. You're just sitting here. I want to make sure that I bring you into this a little bit more. What about the Nebraska game against Colorado? Are you excited about that game?
What's that coach's name that you don't like?
Deion Sanders.
Well, since you don't like him probably because he's cocky, I'm very excited to see Dylan Raiola just throw one play touchdown to Malachi Coleman, my favorite player, and just rub it in their faces. I might just come to the game.
You're going to come to the game? Who's going to take it? Because I'll be here live streaming with these wonderful people. For those of you guys just joining us, my name is Logan Merrick. This is Husker Central. I'm pumped. You're hanging out with me. Give me your score prediction in the comments. We haven't had a lot of people in the comments, which really surprises me. This is all about getting your comments in. We're only about 15 minutes away from the game. I'm excited, pumped. It's finally here. I felt like this is the longest offseason ever. I was rewatching the Iowa game, Go Big Red, from the Kush King. Rewatching that and seeing that Iowa game, reliving the field goal was so depressing once again. And it was hard. This offseason has been so long, waiting for this season to get here. And then when you get the news about Dylan Raiola back in December, I'll never forget that because we were in Orlando on vacation. And so that was something that I couldn't believe. I thought I was like, man, I'm at Disney World, or I'm at Universal Studios where magic happens. Can't believe that it's that we're also having magic happen in Nebraska. And so I feel like this off season has been so long, and I've been drinking the Kool-Aid the entire time. And Micah and I went to the open practice. If you were not at the open practice, and I did a video on this too, we were also at the spring game. The reason why I say I've been drinking Kool-Aid is because we've been at everything we could possibly be at. We live here in Lincoln, so we are all about our Huskers. And let me just tell you, Dylan Raiola, from everything that I saw, ooh, buddy, it's special, man. He has an elite deep ball. And that's not just random Joe Schmo me that just sits on the couch and watches it. I'm pointing to my couch that's over there, and watches the games. Scotty Walden, the coach of UTEP, said the same exact thing. He goes, man, you watch him throw. It's elite. There's a reason why he was the #1 quarterback coming out of high school. He never looks rushed, never looks panicked. If you watch our games last year, every single one of our quarterbacks, Jeff Sims, Heinrich Harbert, Chubba Purdy, all 3 of them, panicky feet. And they would run into sacks all the time. They would have a clean pocket. And if their first read wasn't there, they take off or they try to force it. That's not the case with Dylan Raiola. It's so, I know everybody's mocking him about looking like Patrick Mahomes and all this stuff. You can tell that he trains with Patrick Mahomes's private coach, and you can tell that he kind of mimics his game off Patrick Mahomes, because here's the deal, man. He looks a lot like him. When he throws, it looks so effortless. He doesn't panic. He'll boot out. And then here's the other thing too. At all the practices, what was the things that our quarterback struggled to throw last year? The intermediate, middle of the field, dig routes, those slants. It's like they couldn't throw them. They also couldn't throw screens. And Dylan excels at that. I think also too, hearing that all he does is spend his time in the film room gets me jacked. If you watch the Chasing 3 stuff, they're out there in the Chasing 3 documentary, I think it was the second or first one. Do you remember this one when the other quarterbacks went golfing? Which nothing
Yeah.
that's not there's nothing wrong with that. Danny Kalin and Heinrich Harburg and some other of the guys, they went playing golf. Dylan wasn't there. Dylan stayed and he was working out and he was watching tape. And Coach Rule talked about in his presser that he will show up to do his old man workouts early in the morning and he'll hear noise and he'll go and he hears talking and whatever. And he'll open the door and there's Dylan Raiola sitting there and he's watching film. And then he said also that when he'll get a text in the middle of the night, hey, sorry, I'm out. Is it okay if I stay past curfew? I'm here at the facility watching tape. That gets me pumped. Like it's not just his abilities, his talent, but it's also this part, the study of it. Because being a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, grown if you'd like, growing up in Florida, big time Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, I watched a team go from Jameis Winston to Tom Brady, and it was go Big Red, bonus mom. I watched our offensive line go from average to elite literally because of who Tom Brady is. Good quarterbacks make your offensive line better. So Turner Corcoran, again, going back to him, if you're just tuning in, I was just talking about Turner Corcoran. I'll be watching him closely. Good quarterbacks make their offensive line better. We saw bad quarterback play last year, who, by the way, we had 31. 9 minutes left until kickoff. I'm already tired of trying to carry this thing. So thanks, Jim. But watching Tom Brady bring the level of play up in our offensive line was incredible. Looking at how our quarterbacks last year ran into sacks and people were like, the offensive line is terrible. It's so bad. And I'm like, I went back and watched tape. They weren't. We had 31 total turnovers leading college football, and 29 of those were from the quarterback position. So I think Dylan is just going to make everyone around him better, and I'm really excited about that. So with us only being 9 minutes out or 8 minutes out, yeah, dude, Mike Allstott, 100% the Kush King. Like, if you don't know who Mike Allstott is, just go Google it or YouTube him. Just go watch his highlights. All right, so here are the things that I'm going to be watching. You tell me in the chat what you're going to be watching closely. Of course, I'm watching Dylan Raiola along with everyone else in the nation because everyone in the Big Ten is going to be tuning in that their team's not playing. I'm telling you, they're going to be watching. Colorado is going to be watching. Every Colorado fan is going to be watching. But I'm going to be watching our offensive line for sure. And I want to see our running backs. They're going to be rotating them. I want to see them run through contact. I don't want to see them go down in the first hit. I've been watching a lot of our Big Ten offenses. Michigan State, by the way, Aiden Childs of Michigan State has to be the worst Big Ten quarterback. That dude is awful. I know it's only the first game of the year, but the guy was missing wide open passes. Wide open. Guys in the end zone, he had a pick six on their own 6-yard line or on the opposing team's 6-yard line. It was bad. But I've been watching all the other Big Ten teams, and it feels like the other running backs are they're not running through people, which is what you typically see in Big Ten. In Iowa, it's like first hit behind the line of scrimmage, and they're going down. I want to see our guys show that they've been physical all spring and all fall. Like, I want to see that show up with our running backs. I want to see Jamal Banks and Isaiah Nayor just take over on the outsides because they're both beasts. Watching them in practice, they are absolute beast. And of course, Malachi Coleman is your favorite player, but who else are you going to be watching?
Nash Hutmacher.
You love Nash. You definitely love Nash. You also are a big Thomas Fidone fan. Micah plays tight end for his local Lincoln youth football team here. So, and he's number 24, just like Thomas Fedoni. So he's a Thomas Fedoni fan as well. Okay. Jim says, yeah, I want to see power off tackle or an H-back, halfback lead dive. Yeah. Like those old school plays, right? Like the old school Nebraska plays. That's right. Yep. Just good old like that. I want to see our offensive line take over. Like I don't care who it's against. I don't care if it's UTEP. I want to see them take over. Period. I want to see our defensive line take over as well and just get nasty. All right, so we're 5 minutes out. Go ahead and get your potty breaks in now, as we're about to get this party started, and I am so beyond pumped for this. So, what's your snack of choice? I'm curious what your snack of choice is on at tailgates or hanging out with friends and just watching games. Because my snack of choice isn't. We don't have it right now, do we? But I love the 9-layer taco dip with some tortilla chips. That's the bomb diggity. As we wait for our game to kick off in 4 minutes, Wisconsin, I want to say this. I was really high on Tyler Van Dyke coming out of Miami. I thought if he gets in a better offensive system that suits him, I thought that he would do better, and he was not good. Not good at all. Wisconsin looks, I mean, bad. They just look bad. And granted, it's the first game of the season. Defenses are going to be more ahead of the game than offensive teams because they see defenses are more reactive, right? So, I understand that offenses are going to be behind. You kind of saw it with Iowa. Iowa's offense still isn't good, by the way, but you saw that they kind of had to wake up, and it took to the second half. But like Wisconsin is bad, not good. Like they're going to have a major turnaround next week for me to think they're not a bad team because they're not good. Michigan State, new coach, a whole new system coming in. I understand why they're not very good, but that game was a snooze fest. So was that Wisconsin game, snooze fest. Iowa they were a struggle bus for that first half. If you guys watched that first half of Iowa, it was brutal. Maryland's killing UConn, and they just look like a team that's been together for a while. I don't think Maryland's a powerhouse by any stretch, but so far they've been the one team that's impressed me. So, who am I missing from a Big Ten standpoint that has played or is going to play? Rutgers. I watched the Rutgers game. I actually put Rutgers down as the team that would kind of surprise the Huskers and possibly beat Nebraska. Like I have them down as our first loss. And then after watching them, I'm like, nope, no way, no way, no way, no way. Because there was nothing in that game that made me go, oh yeah, like they're a great team. Like they don't look like a Greg Schiano really well coached team, at least not in that first game. Speaking of well coached, Iowa's always been really well coached, right? I could not believe in the Iowa game how many penalties Iowa had in that first half. It was very, very, very surprising. So again, first game of the season, everybody's knocking off some rust, getting used to playing others. I'm hoping that we kind of see Nebraska not just have a win, but have a convincing win. How would you feel? Tell me in the chat. How would you feel if Nebraska just kind of won by 10 points or less? Do you come away going, I'm just glad we got a win? Or do you come away going, not happy about that? Don't have a good feeling about that? Let me know in the chat how you feel. All right. I think we're about to get this party started. There's the Fox Sports logo. Micah, you going to go watch it over there? Hey, thanks for joining me, helping me get through this. All right. Oh, man. All right, so we got 12-22 Huskers prediction. My prediction is 35-3 for this game. I'll take anything above 35 points. Micah's was 38-10, right? 38-10. Oh, 38-14. 38-14. Huskers. So if anybody else got any score predictions, let me know in the chat. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm pumped to have you. If this is your first time here, my name's Logan. This is Husker Central. I'm just a dude who loves the Huskers, and I wanted to create a place where we could have community together. If our team is doing great, we celebrate together. We celebrate in the chat. And if something bad happens or they lose, we can commiserate together in the chat. So that's the whole reason why I created this. I started it last year and had a good time doing it. And so for those of you who are joining with me for the first time, thanks for joining me. For those of you guys who are coming back again for the first game of the season, thanks for hanging out once again with me on this awesome Saturday. If you're on Facebook, I want to give a shout out to Husker Pride, the Husker Pride Facebook group, because it's there where people were sharing my videos and things kind of started taking off. So I just want to thank them and make sure that you go join that if you're on Facebook. Yeah, again, that's Husker Pride Facebook group. They've also got a live chat going on, so feel free to join over there. All right, we got Patriot No Jab with the 38-9 Huskers. Okay, I like it. I like it. We're in the same kind of world there. There's Dylan Raiola. So, all right, I may be ahead of you. I may be behind you. I don't know. So I apologize if I give something away before you see it. If you see something before I do and you get really pumped and it's like an interception or whatever, you can put that in the chat. I'm going to try not to look at it and post it till after I've seen it. But what I'm seeing right now are the two announcers as we get ready for kickoff together. Dylan running out on the field. It's so surreal having a 5-star quarterback as your quarterback. All right. I've got the depth chart here as well. So that way I can, because a lot of people change numbers. That really threw me off, by the way, when I was at the live practice or the open practice that they had. It really messed me up. So if you are not aware, I'm going to run through it real fast of the depth chart. So you've got a left tackle, you've got Turner Corcoran, Grant Segrin. Left guard, you've got Justin Evans, Henry Lutovsky. Center, you got Ben Scott, Sam Sledge. Right guard, you got Micah Mazuka and Tyler Knack. Right tackle, you've got Bryce Benhart, Gunnar Gatula. Tight end, Thomas Fedoni and Nate Borkacher. Dude, Scotty Walden, I'm telling you right now, he is a player's coach. That dude is he's just fun, man. Like, I like him. Outside of this game, I will not cheer for UTEP, but after this game, I will watch UTEP games because I just really like him. As I was doing research for that video on UTEP, they've got something similar to Chasing 3. And so I watched a lot of those documentary little episodes, and I just really liked him. All right. In the slot, you've got Janarian Bonner, Isaiah Garcia Castaneda, and Carter Nelson. I'm excited about watching Carter Nelson, by the way. He's number 29. If you're curious, Janarian Bonner is 16. I think that number changed from last year. I could be wrong, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Jamal Banks is number 4 because he's one of the lower numbers that got picked. He was number 80, and he got I can't think of what they're calling it. It's not black shirts, but the lower number guys that all get voted by their teammates. He was the only offensive player. So Jamal Banks is number 4, and Jalen Lloyd is playing that X. And then on the other side, you've got Isaiah Nayor, number 18, and Ja'Cory Barney Jr., number 17, another freshman who I'm really excited about. And then quarterbacks, we already know Dylan, Heinrich, Daniel. And then running backs are going to be a rotation of 4. Ramir Johnson is at the top. Then you've got Emmett Johnson, Gabe Irvin Jr., and Dante Dowdell. Dante Dowdell is number 23. On defense, defensive end, you've got Ty Robinson, Riley Van Poppel, Kai Wallen. At nose, you've got Nash, Elijah Judy, and Vincent Carroll Jackson, who is another young guy I'm really excited about. He's number 55, if you're curious. The other defensive end position, number 1, Jamari Butler was number 10. He's now number 1. Cam Linhart, who's now number 11. Maybe he was 11 last year. And then James Williams, number 90, who is another guy I really enjoyed last year, came on strong at the end. The linebacker position, John Bullock, and then Vincent Shavers Jr., someone who's been talked up a lot, and one that I'm really excited. If you're trying to figure out who Vincent Shavers is, if he's in the game, he's not going to be, again, linebacker, number 51. Then you've got the other linebacker spot. You've got Mekhi Bear and Stephon Thompson. Stephon Thompson's number 56. He came over from Syracuse. The jack position, you got MJ Sherman, Prince Will Yellen. Prince Will is probably my favorite player on defense. I love this kid. I think he's going to be a star. Tommy Hill, Amari Saunders. Tommy Hill's now number 6, by the way. Isaac Gifford, Ramirez Stewart are the Rovers. Ramirez Stewart, by the way, is a freshman who his tape is incredible. Malcolm Hartzog and Derek Branch. Congrats to Derek Branch, by the way, being on this walk-on. Safety position, Deshaun Singleton and Kobe Bretz are the other safeties, and then that other cornerback position. Marquise Buford Jr., who's now number 3. Sire Wright, who came from USC, and Bly Hill, number 23. That is your depth chart. Let's get this party freaking started. All right, UTEP moving left to right. They kick off, and it's a touchback. By the way, Corey Barney, if you can't see the game, Corey Barney was the one back to receive that kick, and there was a flag. How was there already a flag? Can someone tell me in the chat, did we win the toss and elect to receive, or did they win it and defer? I'm just curious. All right, what's our flag? Offsides on UTEP. All right. Personal foul. And then we've already apparently okay. And then you have also on Nebraska, you had a penalty apparently for the hitting before the ball landed. I don't know. Just curious. So I guess it's offsetting and we're going to re-kick. I don't have the sound on, so I'm trying to go off of what I'm seeing. I'm curious. I know that there's some people from Europe who are really excited about this stream. If you're curious to know where everybody's watching from, if you want to put that in the comments. All right, we're going to re-kick here. I want to see a clean game by Nebraska, by the way. No turnovers. I want to see our defense get turnovers. And here we go. Re-kick. It's coming out. Corey Barney gets the kick. Gets upfield to about the 23, 24. And then my stream just went down. There it goes. It's back. All right. Dylan Raiola taking the field, number 15. They're moving right to left on the TV. All right. Dylan's in shotgun. Hands off to Ramir. Big hole. He gets about 6. It's a great way to get started. All right. Janarian Bonner is out in the slot. Looks like Isaiah Nayor. Jamal Banks over there. Again, Dylan in the shotgun. Ramir to his right. Throws to Thomas Fedoni. Thomas gets about 1, and he is wrapped up. So we got 3rd down and about 3. All right. Dylan in shotgun. Can't tell who that is to his left. It's Dante Dowdell, and he gets enough for a 1st down. First down, Nebraska. So interesting, Dante Dowdell, at short yardage, he gets picked for that. And we've got a hurt player on the field for UTEP. He's going to limp off. Well, now he's going to pause and go back down to the ground. It must hurt worse than he thought. That or the adrenaline quickly wore off. So he's down on the field. We'll probably end up going to commercial on this. Oh, we're going to help him back up. And he's helped off the field. All right. Dylan Raiola is under center. Dante Dowdell in the backfield. Dylan pulls Jamal Banks in. Hands off. Gets upfield for about 5. So as of right now, the Huskers are getting a good push by the offensive line. You got to love to see that. And just chew clock. Chew clock. Because when you've got a fast-paced, up-tempo offense by UTEP, you want to keep them off the field and just churn it. As we figured out when Scott Frost was here. And everyone else just churned clock. All right, Dylan in the shotgun. Hands off, or little Ja'Cory Barney. Sorry, this was like a little jet sweep. Kind of tosses it. Ja'Cory Barney for a 1st down. This is not my day job, by the way. So if I get hung up watching and nothing comes out of my mouth. But he got about 15, 16 yards on that. All right, we got a quick handoff. Dylan boots out, throws down. What a Janarian Bonner right there in the slot for about 8 yards. I mean, just a simple dump pass right there. Those were things that we were missing last year that we like. It was like our quarterbacks would have just ran it at that point. And there was a guy in front of mirroring Dylan. So last year that would have went for no yards. All right. In the shotgun, Ramir to his left. Comes steps back. Throws deep. Oh, just misses Isaiah Nayor. Just misses him. Oh, my goodness. He dove, went through his hands. Oh, went through his hands. Would have been an insane catch and throw. So we got 3rd down and 3. The UTEP player going, nah, as if he did anything. He was toasted. Matt Rule's going berserk about something. All right, Dylan in the shotgun. Looks like Dante Dowdell in the backfield. Goes straight up the gut. 1st down. He's churning his legs, and he gets about 5. 1st down, Nebraska. So right off the bat, we're seeing Dante Dowdell, who was listed last on the depth chart, be in here for these short yardage runs, and he's just, I mean, he punished that linebacker, dude. All right. Dylan in the shotgun. Ramir to his right, gets the snap. Nope, that's Dowdell to his right. Feels pressure, throws it in the dirt. So now we got 2nd and 10. So Rule is saying he's pointing. I don't know, he's pointing at something. Dylan's in shotgun once again. False start. False start. You saw that a mile away. Goodness gracious. Second and 15. Apparently they called it on Bryce Benhart. That's what we don't want to see happen in your own house. Opening day, opening drive. Dylan in the shotgun gets the snap, steps back, throws short, gets it to Ja'Cory Barney, who gets upfield, but they're going to call a hold. I know that's what they're going to do. That's just coming back. But he got a first down, and he was moving, but they're going to call a hold. There's a flag. And we are going backwards. Oh, pass interference on Thomas Fedoni. Let's see. That's not pass interference. What? Somebody help me out. What are they saying? Because I don't understand how that's pass interference. So it's 2nd down and 30. Brutal. Dylan gets the snap in the shotgun, steps back, throws across the field, and he's got Jamal Banks. Good deal. So it's going to be about 3rd down and 10 because that was about 20 yards. Just right over the middle. All right. 3rd down and 11. Here we go. Dylan in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Mayer picks up the blitz. He's scrambling. Oh my gosh, sidearm right across the middle of the field for Isaiah Nayor, it looks like. Yep, Isaiah Nayor. What? My goodness. Drops down in the slot, complete sidearm around his offensive line. Nayor goes and gets it, 1st down. My goodness. My goodness. What a play. What a play. 1st down and 10. Dylan's in the shotgun. Ramir to his right. Looks like he's changing the play at the line. He is. Ramir moves to his left. Get the snap. Throws. Corner. Oh, that's got to be pass interference. That's got to be. It's a flag. I'm pretty sure we've got defensive pass interference right here. They're saying encroachment. That penalty declined. And then, yes, pass interference. So there was 2. Love it. I love it. Dude. Yeah, dude, he was all over him. My goodness. My goodness. 1st and goal, baby. 1st and goal. Man, to come back from a 2nd and 30 to now be 1st and goal. All right, Dylan's under center. Looks like Dowdell in the backfield. A handoff. He's up the gut. Touchdown. Yep, Dante Dowdell for a touchdown. Opening drive. You got to love it. Right there. How are we feeling, Husker fans? Let's go. Right off the bat, we're 2nd and 30 because of stupid stuff. And because we have a real quarterback. Woo, baby. Come on, somebody get in the chat and get pumped with me because, like, man, the chat's just sitting idle on me. My goodness. My goodness. I got to change my ticker now. Hull is the extra point. It's good. So notice that Tristan Alvano is not in there. Interesting. That is 7, baby. That is 7. All right. Chewed some clock. We chewed some clock. Get a touchdown. Whew. I got nervous there for a second when it was 2nd and 30. What about you, bub? Yeah, baby. Thank you guys that are watching with me in the chat or in on the stream. If you're just tuning in, Huskers just scored 7-0. We had a false start, and then what seemed like an awful, what they call offensive pass interference. It just seemed like blocking to me by Thomas Fedoni. So I brought it back to 2nd and 30, and then a great pass to Jamal Banks across the middle, picks up about 20 yards, and then a absolute crazy sidearm throw by Dylan Raiola around Ben Scott, the center, to Isaiah Nayor for a first down, and then we get a defensive pass interference to get us right inside, and then Dante Dowdell right up the gut, untouched for a touchdown. I know that it's going to sound like I'm drinking Kool-Aid right now. I know it's going to sound like it, and I am. I've drank a lot of the Kool-Aid, and I'm being just a homer and all this other stuff, but that drive that I just saw is better than every Big Ten team I've seen thus far with an opening drive. If you also watch some other games, let me know in the chat if I'm being crazy or not. Cornstalk McGee says, years prior, those fouls would have killed the drive. Dylan was the difference. I 100% agree with you. Like last year in particular, I mean, if we would have got more than 10 yards back, you knew that the drive was done. My goodness. What a difference one guy makes. Now, it is a team sport. The offensive line did their job. The skill players were doing their job. Running backs were doing their job. But man, oh man. Oh my goodness. Here we go. So John Hull got the extra point, and now he's going to kick off, which I think they said that he would be doing all the kickoffs. Pride of Lincoln, by the way, played for Lincoln Youth Football. My son plays Lincoln Youth Football. That's why I point that out. And he kicks off. And it's out of bounds. Golly. That's not a good way to start. Not a fan of that. Huh? Yes, it did. It went out of bounds. That's why it was a flag. My son's asking me. Yeah. Kick went out of bounds. Means it's going to start on the 40. Freaking sucks. I don't know why we were trying to pin anybody. If we were purposely trying to kick to the left, which is a thing, but I mean, that was just booty, man. Just straight booty. Not a fan. Well, at least we get to see our defense, which our defense, why does our defense always have to be put in stupid predicaments? Like good things happen and then something stupid happens and our defense has to be like put into a predicament. Like Rutgers last year comes to mind. Was it Rutgers? I feel like it was Rutgers, where we fumbled. We fumbled on like the one. They had to come out and had to keep them out of the end zone, and they did. Was that Rutgers or Wisconsin? I just remember it was a red team. I thought it was Rutgers, but if anyone remembers, let me know. That was when Nash just went nuts and they held him out of the end zone to start the game. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, again, my name is Logan Merrick. This is Husker Central. Feel free to subscribe. I do this every game. I also put out some videos during the week as I have some time. Usually I can get one out just talking about different things, but I'm just a fan who loves the Huskers just like you. And I'm just glad that you're hanging out, tuning in with me. Oh, man. 7-0, as you can see in the ticker at the bottom. I'm really surprised that we didn't see any of Emmett Johnson on that drive, though. I mean, Emmett's been a stud. I mean, when he came in last year, he's done nothing but be impressive to me. Oh, yeah. They're showing right now Matt Rule when he made a bet and he had to try to hit a pitching wedge through the uprights, and he did. And it was pretty funny. That was on the Chasing 3 documentary. If you haven't watched those, go to the Husker Nebraska football YouTube channel. Go watch it there. All right. I'm curious to see how this UTEP offensive line looks because the tape from last year, they were abysmal. So let's see what happens here. Skylar Locklear, he's from Austin P. I don't think he really got too many snaps. This will be his first real game. Locklear in the shotgun. Gets the snap. False start. It's going to be a false start. Like that. Big fan of that. All right, guys, get with me on the chat. Get with me on the chat. Somebody put some stuff in the chat because, like, I enjoy the back and forth and the chatting. That's why I created this. Is for the community of it all. So get up in that chat. Let me know. What are you watching right now? As far as what are you looking for in particular? All right, Locklear in the shotgun once again. They had everybody in a bunch formation receivers wise, and then they just moved everybody over to the other side of the field. And there's a boot or the fake handoff, quarterback sneak, and he got 1 yard. And that was Marquise Buford Jr., I believe, with that tackle. And there was some gang tackling happening, which I love to see. All right, here we go. Locklear in the backfield or in the shotgun. Running back to his right. He looks, fires, little bubble screen. He picks up about 5. So it's going to be about 3rd down and 10, I believe. Or third. It looks like where the spot they're giving him is pretty generous. It's probably about third down and 8. Okay. It's a pretty generous spot, by the way. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 8. Let's see if our guys can get off the field. Remember, this is supposed to be an up-tempo deal. Supposed to be running or getting plays off every 12 seconds. They're not really doing that so far. Locklear in the shotgun, running back to his right. False start. False start. That left guard had big boy Nash, or no, Ty right over him, and he got a little nervous. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 13. Showing Tony White on the TV right now. That dude is a stud defensive coordinator. All right. Clear in the shotgun. And it looks like they're calling a timeout because the play clock got down all the way to 2. So the fans are already, I mean, it's loud. It's got to be stupid loud right now because we come out of a penalty. They should have already known what they were going to run. So they call a timeout. Love it, love it, love it. If you're a Husker fan, you love the Huskers like I do, and you just are always looking for Husker content like I am, feel free to subscribe to the channel. On Monday, I'm going to have a guest with me. It's Coach BA on Twitter. I'm not sure of his actual name because on Twitter it's Coach BA. But we're going to be breaking down this game. He's at the game. We're going to be breaking down this game, and we're going to be talking about Colorado as we gear up for Colorado next week. So make sure you tune in for that. It won't be live, but I'll record it on Monday and have it up by Tuesday. So subscribe if you care about that. But I'm just glad to have some people hanging out with me on the stream. So I'm not some crazy guy in his basement just hanging out by himself, which when I first did this, I had the idea for the first game, I was just the crazy guy in his basement hanging out by himself on a stream that nobody watched. And then the next one, some people hung out with me, and then it just kind of got a little bigger and a little bigger, and it's been great. So thank you guys. For those of you guys that subscribe to the channel and support, I really appreciate it. Again, I do this just because I love the Huskers. It's fun. I don't claim to be this great football mind. I just watch a lot of football and follow the Huskers very, very closely. My youngest son wants to be a Husker one day, and so we are very, very passionate about the Huskers and love them. So I just created this channel so we can have some community as Husker fans. I feel like there's a lot more commercials this year than there was last year. I mean, we're supposed to be speeding the games up or whatever, but I feel like there's way more commercials. Are you wanting to jump in? Guys that are watching, whoa, it's gone way down. Let me know in the chat. You can comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I live here in Lincoln, and game days in Lincoln are amazing. It's the best part about living in Lincoln for me. All right, we're finally back from a commercial. 397 consecutive sellouts. There's going to be 400 because they've already shown that. And that game coming up next Saturday at night, it's going to be raucous. Man, Scotty Walden has still got them talking to them. And that was like a 5-minute freaking timeout. He's got his team. All right, Locklear in the shotgun. 3rd down and 13, I believe. Yep. Motion in the backfield. He gets the snap. Looking, throws the ball away. Because, oh, my gosh, how did he get that ball off? No gain. Nash and looks like MJ Sherman. Is that MJ Sherman? No, Mekhi Bear. Got the running back, but, dude, Ty Robinson was in Locklear's grill. No, it wasn't Ty. It was MJ Sherman. MJ Sherman almost with a sack. Locklear literally barely gets the ball away. Here comes getting ready for the punt. It's 4th and 11. They didn't pick up any yardage on that. I don't know how they think they got 2 yards, but anyway. They're punting nonetheless. And Isaiah Garcia Castaneda gets the punt, returns it about 10 to 12 yards. We don't care about the Penn State, West Virginia weather delay. Dude, Patriot no jab. Orlando, Florida. Dude, I'm from Florida. Are you originally from Florida? How'd you become a Husker fan if you're originally from Florida? I'm curious. Let me know in the chat. I'm originally from Winter Haven, Florida. My entire family is except my youngest son. He was born in Arkansas. All right. Dylan is in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Hands off to Ramir. Nope. That is not Ramir. That's Dante Dowdell. Again, man, I'm Scotts Bluff. Right on. All right. Orlando, Florida is a great place. It has gotten a lot more packed than whenever I grew up there. My hometown of Winter Haven is very, very, very packed now. It's about 40 minutes west of you. All right, Dylan in the shotgun. Running back to his left, which is Emmett Johnson, just took that snap, and he got about, nope, golly, why am I struggling to see? That is Dante Dowdell. Again, I swear it is so difficult for me to see on my laptop, the numbers. I apologize, guys. Dante Dowdell is still out there. I saw his face, and I see his number. He is to Dylan Raiola's left in the shotgun. It is 2nd down and 6. He gets the snap. Hands off once again, and just steady, just getting yardage. He just got about 15 yards on that play. So 1st down and 10. There's just gaping holes. The offensive line is just mauling these dudes. Thomas Fedoni with a great seal block. Did you see that, bud? All right, here we go. Dylan, shotgun. Running back to his right. Looks like he's changing the play. Yep. Removes Ramir to his left. Gets the snap. Hands off to Ramir. Goes up the middle for about 7 yards. I mean, they are just meticulously grinding clock and just eating yards. And this is what's going to happen. They keep doing this. By the second half, going to be some big plays. 2nd down and 4. Dylan in the shotgun. Ramir to his left. Gets the snap. Hands off. Gets about a yard. So it's going to be about 3rd down and 3. Telling you, man, you sit there and you just continue to lean on this defensive line. It's going to be a long day for UTEP. Long day. Because ultimately you run the ball at will, and there's going to be some big plays to be had in the secondary because they're going to have to stack the box. All right, Dylan in the shotgun. Dante Dowdell to his left. 3rd down and 2. Gets the snap. Goes to Thomas Fedoni, who is, I don't know why, he stepped out of bounds. He went backwards 3 yards instead of, I don't understand that. Don't understand that. So now it's fourth down and 5. I hate that call. I hate that call so much. There's like little to no blocking on that outside perimeter, and they're going for it on 4th and 5. And they call a timeout. That's not a fan of that. The clock is still running. That's another thing I've been noticing in all these games. The clock management has been awful. But I don't understand why go back 2 yards. I don't know if that's the play or if Thomas just kind of got lost as he looks over his shoulder the other way and he drifted. I was a baseball player. I wasn't a football player. I just watched a lot of football. So those intricacies are not something I know. So if someone knows in the chat, feel free to pop it in there. I've said this a couple times, but if you're just now tuning in, I've been really surprised at how much Dante Dowdell has been getting the reps, mostly because he's been so downplayed in camp. If you've been watching any of Matt Rule's press conferences, if you've gone to any of the practices, if you've just been watching closely, he's been really, really downplayed, and he's at the bottom of the depth chart that they put out for today's game. And so, I mean, we haven't even seen Emmett or Gabe Irvin, and they're above Dante Daldell. So I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I love it because he's running great. They're like that. Hear me. I'm not against it. And I was pumped about him coming and transferring to Nebraska because I watched a lot of his tape when I saw that he could be making a transfer. So I like him as a running back. I'm just really curious why Emmett hasn't gotten any of that, or if maybe the second half as they kind of wear these guys down, they put in fresh running backs, and because Gabe is a lot like Dante and Emmett is a lot like Ramir, so maybe they're going, hey, the second half we're going to have fresh legs and guys that are just going to continue to run. Oh no. So we got 4th down and 5. From all looks of it, they were going to go for it. I think because they're kind of in no man's land with where they are at on the field. It's too long of a field goal and really just kind of a pooch punt. So I think they feel like, well, we've kind of ran the ball at will at this point. We think we might have a better chance. So we'll see. If you would like this video, if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, kind of helps the algorithm get it out to more people. Share it if you would. That'd be great. Really appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with me. All right, 4th down and 5. We are going for it. And we got Ramir to Dylan's right in the shotgun. Dylan's changing the play. We got a bunch formation to the right. Gets the snap. Looking, throws over the middle. Just short. Isaiah Nayor is just short by a yard. I'll never understand routes that don't go at least to the sticks. It's one thing to throw a screen and the running back not get there. It's another thing for a wide receiver and not go to the sticks. They did a crossing kind of mesh route underneath. Jamal Banks was there. He was they did a clearing out go route with Jamal Banks. He was wide open. I just think that Dylan maybe felt like he didn't have the time or didn't have the throw. I'm not sure, but I hated the fact that the two crossers didn't even get to the sticks. All right, Locklear in the shotgun, empty backfield, gets the snap, looking, throws, first down. I don't know why Marquise Buford Jr. literally walked away from the coverage, but he did. So the guy was wide open. Gets the snap, hands off, and another first down. The guy just gashed him for about 12 yards. Don't like that. So it's 1st down and 10. Now they're moving really up tempo. They're moving now. Defense is trying to get set. Steps back, throws deep, and he's got it in a touchdown. Whoever was in coverage fell down. Awful. Oh. Tie game. The defense looked completely discombobulated on that. They looked terrible. And I think that was Tommy Hill that got thrown on. Trying to see. No, it's not Tommy Hill. Oh, it's Malcolm Hartzog. He fell as he was turning to find the ball because he had the play. As he was turning, he fell down. Golly, man. Well, talk about a tale of two different possessions. We got a tie game, 7-7. The UTEP is jacked, as they should be right now, because they just stuck it to that defense, that up-tempo offense. All right, Corey Barney brings the ball out, gets upfield. Oh, my gosh, huge gaping hole, and he falls down at the 35. Man, if he did not fall down, my goodness, he'd have been gone. By the way, I just saw Vincent Shavers there on the special teams, and it said he had number 10. But on their depth chart, it has him at 51, I thought. Yeah, has him at 51. All right. The changing of numbers has me all jacked up now. All right. Dylan in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Looking, clean pocket, not looking, scrambling, throws the ball away. That was Emmett Johnson in the backfield, by the way. Second down and 10. Dylan in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Hands off. That's Emmett Johnson for about 5. So we got third down and 5. Clock is at 1:45 in the first quarter, if you're curious and not able to watch. All right, here we go. Third down and 5 at the 40. Dylan in the shotgun gets the snap. Looking, throwing deep. There's nobody there. Not even close. It's for Jalen Lloyd. And we'll punt. I don't understand what was going on. I know it's only the first quarter, but after that opening drive and that first initial stop. All right, here's the punt. Fair catch called for at the 15. Decent punt. Decent punt by Brian Bashini, who I was really worried about, by the way, just watching him in the open practice and things like that. All right. Scotty Walden's got his guys called over. Minute 17. They're going to go super up tempo, guaranteed. They feel like they've got the momentum right now. Don't be surprised if they don't take a shot. All right. Locklear in the shotgun, fakes the handoff. They throw a little screen, and he gets there for about 1 yard. Man, that is – you're giving him 2 yards, which is a very good spot. I'll say it like that. All right, here we go. Up tempo once again. Locklear's giving the plays. Second down and 8. 54 seconds left in the first. Motion. Gets the ball. And he is swallowed up in the backfield. Loss of about 5 by Mekhi Bear. Great tackle. Tried to do a quick little RPO handoff. Patriot No Jab says back in the day, Osborne had a certain number of plays they ran at the start of the game. Maybe Rule's doing the same thing, he says. Could be. Could be. All right. 3rd down and 11. They are on the 15. Running back comes to the backfield, gets the snap, the shotgun, fakes, runs up the middle. The quarterback does, and he's tackled about 4 yards shy, and there's a flag. And I just got a text. Somebody talking. Holding. They're going to replay 3rd down. All right. So the text I just got, because it's another person watching the game, they said Raiola is only 7 of 11 for 54 yards. Eek. And honestly, Dylan has been completely fine. He's had some nice, if you've not been watching, he had some nice throws. Dylan has not been the problem. So, all right, that's the end of the first quarter. It's going to be down and long. I'm still very disappointed in that score. Very much so. How are you guys feeling? It's the end of the first quarter. I know it's only the first game. Patriot no jab. It's his first game. Give him a break. Yeah, I think Dylan's been fine. Like I don't look at those numbers and go, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Considering I watched Cade McNamara with an awful first half stats. Feeling like you got it. We got this. Yeah, I mean, I know it's only the first game and it's only been the first quarter. There's a lot of rust. These guys are trying to play, anyone but themselves and those types of things. You just, man, there's just those couple of things that I hate seeing from the defensive standpoint. I hate seeing, and again, I know Malcolm fell down. But knowing Colorado is next week and they've got some gamers, they've got 2 guys that can fly. You want to see this kind of stuff get tightened up. Again, I know being a fan, overreact, and I'm overreacting, I'm sure. Guy says, impressive first drive. I liked it. Yeah, I did too. I thought it was a great first drive. I totally agree. It was dominant is what it was, outside of the getting 2nd and 30, which as Cornstalk said previously, like in years past, that would have killed us. So it's nice having a quarterback that can get us out of that. You can tell they want that deep pass. They keep going for it. They have yet to complete it, but they keep going for it. They want it, and it's going to hit here soon. I think that's what frustrates me is UTEP was the first one to get that deep pass. And that's a little bit of the frustrating thing is it's like, come on, man, they hit on it, but we haven't. Now, granted, they did have a pass interference that helped us get in the red zone and score. But seeing that deep ball in the open practice and seeing it at the spring game, it's there. They have the capability. It's just like, man, I want to see it, So Mark Hoagies. Is there a lot of people that watch adult animation shows? I feel like there's so many of them, and I never I liked Bob's Burgers there for a little while, but outside of that, never really a big fan of adult animation shows because I just feel like they're dumb. But that's okay if you like them. Hey, if you're just tuning in, my name is Logan Merrick. This is Husker Central, and we're just hanging out as Husker fans watching the game together. If you're a UTEP fan, let us know. Jake, wear them down with the run. Deep will be open, especially in the second half. They Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying to start the game. I agree with you. It's I will say, as this fan, I get frustrated when my team doesn't immediately dominate and things feel like it. Again, that's my own crappiness as and pessimism as a fan. And it's not, I don't do that just with the Huskers either. I do that with my pro team as well. Nebraska can't show all their cards this week. Then you have, yeah, I agree. I do think they're playing kind of vanilla for sure. All right. Oh, so we didn't accept the penalty. So it's 4th down and 5. They're punting. It's a good punt. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda gets it, and he returns it about. I feel like that was another 15 yards or so. He's been pretty great. I mean, the punt coverage has been really good. Thank you guys for jumping in the chat, helping with the show. Because when nobody's jumping in the chat, I feel like I got to talk a lot. But those of you guys that have jumped in and watching the stream, thanks for hanging out with me. Just trying to create community for us as we all celebrate the fact that college football is back. All right. 1st down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Dylan gets the snap in the shotgun, hands off to Ramir, who gets about 4. Okay, they said that was only 3, so 2nd down and 7. Dylan in the shotgun, Ramir to his left, hands off. Ramir dances, gets about another 3. Do you think we're going to see a lot of RPO in this offense? I'm curious with because of who Dylan is as more of a pro style passer. Do you really? That's an honest question. Like, do you think we're going to see a lot of that? All right, 3rd down and 4. Dylan in the shotgun, Ramir to his right, gets the snap, hands off to Ramir. Ramir gets upfield and oh my gosh, he tried to bounce back outside, and when he did, they stopped him short of about 2 yards. So it's 4th down and 2. I'm curious if they're going to go for it because of where they're at. They're again back in kind of no man's land. Yeah, the Miners, the UTEP is swarming. All right, we are going for it. 4th down and 2. Dylan is under center. Dylan boots out, toss. Oh, did he drop the ball? No, Isaiah Newer caught it, but they said there's a flag. It is a 1st down, but they say there's a flag. Yeah, okay, encroachment. I thought they got super close to the line when they showed blitz. So that's going to be a 1st down. Jake, you're a little ahead of me, I think, or maybe I just didn't see it whenever you commented it. Hey, if you would, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, would you like this? So that kind of helps the algorithm and get out to more people. All right, 1st down and 10. Dylan changing the play. They are on the 43. No, I'm sorry. They're on the 32-yard line, 37-yard line. Run up middle by Ramir. Second down and 5. And I'm impressed by how well they're running the ball. All right. Dylan in the shotgun again. Fakes handoff, throws across. Great catch by Isaiah Nayor. Ooh, Patriot. I agree with this right here. I think this would be good right here. Bring Harburg in at tight end or slot. Now, I would love to just see something where he's in the backfield. if you're not watching that pass to Isaiah Naylor was for about 15, 16 yards. What? Oh. Harburg under center. We are on the 18-yard line. Hands off to Ramir. Ramir gets upfield for about 4. Yeah, I think bringing Harburg in, I think that'll be something that they bring out for Colorado. I do. They said they've got him in the packages and that you'll see him on the field with Raiola at the same time. So we'll see. 2nd down and 7. Ball is on the 15-yard line. Dylan in the shotgun. I think that's Dante Dowdell to his right. Gets the snap. Hands off. Dante gets upfield. 1st down. Oh, he fumbled. He fumbled the ball. Fumbled on the 3-yard line. Golly, man. Ugh. That was the thing that I was saying. We've got to, I want to see this go around. This year is a lack of turnovers. We led college football in turnovers. And we were driving. I mean, the biggest thing we can hope for right here, which they're not going to try to throw the ball. They're going to try to run it. Do some sort of RPO, but being on the 3-yard line, get a safety, something. But good God, man. Protect the ball. That was one thing we did not hear about. Last year, coming out of camp, we heard there was a lot of turnovers, a lot of interceptions. We heard it. So you kind of expected it, but they've not really talked about it this go around. This is true, Jake. Good way to. I mean, he was at the bottom of the depth chart already, which again surprises me that he's played as much as he has, and he's running well. Like I get it. Emmett Johnson did the same thing, if you'll recall, in his first game. He was running really well and fumbled the ball about where Dante did. So I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world, but man, good God. Yep, Dwight, with you. By the way, Dwight runs the Husker Pride Facebook group I was talking about earlier. If you're on Facebook, join that group. It's a good group. Dowdell has ran the best, but then he does that. Yikes. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I can do is laugh because, yeah, 31 turnovers last year. 31. And here we are with our first one this year. My goodness, man. My goodness. Okay. UTEP is like, they won the Super Bowl, man. Yeah, they do. They do. And this is the truth, Cornstalk McGee. So much Husker PTSD. All right. They're in the Locklear is in the end zone. Gets the snap and shotgun. Throws. Oh my goodness. Isaac Gifford was there. I mean, it was an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10. I don't know if they would have completed that, or if the guy would have ran for 97 yards, or Isaac Gifford would have hammered him. 2nd down and 10. All right, here we go. Locklear again in the shotgun, standing in the end zone. Looking. Oh! Did they just fumble? I can't tell what happened. I think it's a safety. What just happened? Like, I can't tell what happened. Yeah, they're saying safety. They're saying safety. He fumbled in the end zone. It was Ty Robinson got in there, and then Nash just hung him up. I can't. Dude, Ty came in untouched. Dude, that offensive lineman is in their lap. Mekhi Bear literally puts an offensive lineman in the lap of the quarterback. Running back did get out of the end zone. Did he? I can't tell how they know that, why they say this is a safety. I can't figure that out. If anyone in the chat can tell me, they're discussing it. Jake called it, by the way. If this does stand as a safety, Jake said defense has to stand up, make a statement. I don't think this is a safety. I think he gets out. I can't. Oh, they are calling it a safety. Oh, his butt goes down. His butt goes down in the end zone. Okay. This is starting to make more sense to me now. I gotcha. Way to go, defense, baby. Jake said, Yahtzee. Bingo. All right. There's some momentum back. That's the defense doing what we wanted them to do. Yeah, the ball's not out, the arm is down, and the butt is down. Wow. That defensive line got after it, baby. There is 10 minutes and 29 seconds left in the second quarter if you are just trying to tune in and you can't see the game. Emmett Johnson looks like he's back for this punt, which IGC has been the one fielding the punts up until this point. Here we go. Here's the punt. There's a boot. Gets it at the 20, gets upfield. Corey Barney gets it. And it makes it all the way up to the 38. He almost fumbled, by the way. Whew. My goodness. My emotions are all over the place. They're showing a picture of all the guys who have the one-digit numbers, and you got Nash and Ty on both ends, and they're just they're grown men. By the way, my son, Ty Robinson, came right up to my son after the open practice and gave him an autograph, and I was standing there. That dude's hands, his fists are like freaking toasters. All right, got the ball, the 39-yard line. Dylan gives back, does a play action, steps back, throws across the middle of the field. He threw that into traffic. There was 3 guys on Isaiah Nayor. Not a fan of that. And I mean, if it wouldn't have hit him in the head, he would have completed it. All right. The shotgun, 2nd and 10. Looking, throws deep. He's got him. He's got Jalen Lloyd still on his feet. He scores. No, that's Isaiah Nayor. Woo! How he stayed on his feet, I don't know. He had to slow down. Defender was all over him. But just through sheer strength of his ankles, stays on his feet and scores. There it is. In the bucket, baby. Oh, my goodness. In the bucket, like, yeah, right. I'm going back to this. In the bucket is right. He just had to slow down a little bit, but goodness gracious. Flexed his pinky toe. Yeah. I mean, it showed. I mean, he showed right there the strength of his lower half. Like, you have to have strong ankles, strong, like your midsection too has to be strong to stay up like that. 16-7. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh, the momentum swings have been epic already. Tell me Husker football ain't back if you ain't been like this already. Roller coaster, roller coaster. Oh, by the way, the extra point was good. Sorry. I know that there are people watching that can't see the game and they're tuning into this hoping that I'm telling them what's going on and all that stuff. And I'm trying my best. But just like you, I'm a fan and not a color commentator. So it is, I do my best, but I'm glad that you guys are here and hanging with me. If you're just tuning in, my name is Merrick. This is Husker Central. And yeah, this channel is for other fans like me, just trying to create a place for all of us to hang out together, celebrate our Huskers. If you're a UTEP fan tuning in, glad to have you as well. UTEP looks way better under Scotty Walden. You guys are going to win some games than they did in the games that I watched from last year. Scotty Walden, I knew already was a good coach, but he's showing it here. I also would say this about Scotty Walden. He won't be at UTEP long. They're going to win. He's going to be at a major program sooner rather than later. He's the Tony White to me. That's a young offensive mind. I could see him in the ACC, Pac-12 or Big 12, something like that. Yeah, Steve, go Big Red. Also, love the Psy icon there you got. Big fan. Jake calling the safety, by the way. I just want to point that out to everybody. Jake was like, here's where they make a statement and give the safety. Love it. I just want to say again, if you're on Facebook and you're not a part of Husker Pride Facebook group, they're a great group. Dwight, who was just in the chat, I don't know if he's still watching or not, but Dwight was the one that actually found my videos and shared them and things like that, and brought me into the group. And so always looking for more Husker fans. It's a good group. Some of those groups can be very negative. I've joined a few of those and got out of them because they're just so negative, but Husker Pride is a really good one. Husker Pride's a great name for it. Agree with this right here. Let's don't play games, right? Like, let's don't play games. I'm curious what's going to happen with Dante Dowdell, because he was not in on any of that series. Oh, they're showing Gabe Irvin on the sideline, or they're actually showing Donovan Raiola, but talking to him. Here's a kickoff. It's really short, and they down it at the 19. Can we not kick off? Like, the first kickoff we had went out of bounds, and this one was super, super short. Like, I'm curious if Foley is telling them or to kick it short, or they just don't have the leg. Like, because that was brutal, man. That barely made it to the 20. Yeah, I mean, he did say that in his pressers, and he also said they're not going to ease Dylan Raiola in either. Oh, okay, we got McConnell in. We've got McConnell in. He's the other quarterback for UTEP. Ball batted down at the line. Great job. I will tell you this about McConnell. His stats are not good. I mean, you can see completion percentage, 54%, threw for 1,400 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, had a 2-4 record. His PFF score is 45, which is not good. All right, McConnell in the shotgun, running back just behind him in an I formation style. Oh my gosh! McConnell ends up taking it on an RPO. Who I don't know who that was that came streaking in to tackle the running back, but my goodness, it's 3rd down and 8. McConnell in the shotgun, running back to his left. Looking, throws deep. Great coverage. Marquise Buford Jr. I mean, he was and it was bracketed by the receiver was bracketed with safety help, I should say, with oh my gosh, why is my mind drawing a blank? Malcolm Hartzog. Jake, you must be this came up while I was watching. Sorry. So 4th down and 8. I think you're talking about the kicks. Yeah, no win to speak of. All right, 9 minutes, 27 seconds left in the second quarter. And UTEP is punting from the 27. Call for a fair catch at the 38, something like that. All right. Let's keep turning it up. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep turning it up. 9 minutes, 19 seconds left. Let's keep it going. Oh. Why? All right. This is a good question for Mr. Raj 48. He says, why no Gabe Irvin yet or more Emmett Johnson? So I was just talking about this earlier. I thought it was really interesting that we had not seen. We were seeing Ramir and Dante Dowdell. And I said, I just speculating. I wonder if because Dante and Gabe are similar in styles, running styles are more punishing running backs, and Ramir and Emmett are more of kind of your scat back style. So I'm curious if they want to bring those guys in the second half and be more fresh legs. I don't know. It surprises me too, because Dante Dowdell is listed as 4th on the depth chart, and he's had great runs up until that fumble. I'll willing to bet we probably don't see much of him for the rest of the game, but I'm not sure. It surprised me too. Patriot says, look for the deep ball. Yeah, right now is the time that you definitely shoot for the deep. When you kind of got a defense that's kind of reeling a little bit. One way to slow down their aggressive offense is to pick them off a couple of times. Yep. Yeah. That's Patriot. I think you're responding to Mr. Raj there. Might go by quarters. Yeah, that could be the case too. I'm curious to see it. I'm really curious to see it. And I'm also curious if they're going to kind of with Gabe gradually give him, because every year he gets hurt and always early in the season. So I am really curious if that's also why they have 4 running backs, because I think that they're trying to like ease Gabe in for sure. Maybe again, it's just speculation on my behalf. I'm just a fan. I'm going to tell you guys this too. I did a video on the open practice that we went to. Mekhi Nelson and Quentin Ives. You heard about Quentin Ives last year. They're high on him. He's going to be good. But Mekhi Nelson, that guy is going to be special. I'm telling you right now, we will see him by the end of the year. We will see him. He's going to be special. The dude, he can punish you. He's fast. He's elusive. Like he was a guy that I had to go, who is this dude? Like this number. So I had to go look him up. I am super excited about Mekhi Nelson. All right, here we go. Dylan is in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Looks like Emmett Johnson going deep. We called it. Almost intercepted. Throwing in double coverage, trying to go to Jalen Lloyd. Called it, Patriot. Dude, Jalen got a little bit of alligator arms there as he started seeing the other guy come across. Where is it? Like I want to see Jamal Banks. Like those are the types of plays for Jamal Banks. Big possession guy. All right, Dylan's under center. Emmett in the backfield. Gets the snap, hands off to Emmett Johnson, gets upfield for about 8 yards. It's going to be third down and short. I just like Emmett Johnson, man. I just do. Oh, they're showing Marcus Satterfield. Last year, I was super hard on Marcus Satterfield. And then after the season, I had to realize the dude had no quarterback, no running backs to speak of, and he had no wide receivers. Dylan gets the snap, hands off. Emmett gets upfield for a first down. But when you have no receivers and they're all freshmen, and you've got no running backs, and you got quarterbacks that can't pass, what are you supposed to do? And so I'm saying that to say this. Marcus has called a good game. I felt like there's some pacing to this, and it's been good. Dylan under center at the 47. Gets the snap, hands off, and that went nowhere. Tried to bounce it outside. They were ready for it. Second down and 10. That was Gabe Irvin Jr., by the way. So I think it might be going quarters because now we're seeing Emmett and Gabe. All right, Dylan in the shotgun, gets the snap, blitzed. They were ready for it. Gets the ball in a little screen to Janarian Bonner for about 5. Here's the thing. UTEP defensively, the things that they're showing has been very, very exotic and good. I've enjoyed it. Third down and 5. Dylan in the shotgun. Emmett Johnson in the backfield to his right. He moves him to his left now. Got triplets on the right side. Play clock's going down. Gets the snap. Hands off. Right up the field. He's gone. Emmett Johnson's going to be. Oh, man. He is tackled at the 5 or the 4 yard line. Wow. Let me tell you, Turner Corcoran just absolutely, what a great job on Westmoreland, who will play on Sundays. Turner locked him up. I think Justin Evans Jenkins is the left guard, if I'm not mistaken, on that. No, yeah. I can't tell. I think it is. All right. Timeout with UTEP. Am I crazy? Was that Justin Evans Jenkins? Can somebody tell me? That was at the left guard position. Sat was killed by the fans. His quarterback situation killed his playbook. Yeah. And that's the thing is I went back and rewatched a lot of the games and I was like, what are we doing? Okay. For instance, that Wisconsin game where Chubba Purdy throws the interception to end the game and he throws it in the middle of the field. And we're trying to we're going against the clock. Like, why aren't we throwing to the edges? And we go to the middle of the field. And I'm like, Satterfield, what are you doing? And then I found out afterwards that wasn't even the play. Chubba Purdy didn't even call the right play, and he definitely didn't throw it to the right place. So it was on Chubba, not on Marcus Satterfield. So yeah, I agree. There's 13 seconds left in the second quarter. What are we doing? It was a timeout, and the play clock is going. Why is the play clock going? First down and goal. 6:10. Okay, 6:10 now back on the clock. Bedoni in motion. What is going on? Now timeout for Nebraska. Matt Rule is pissed. I don't know what, if you guys are watching, you see number 19 Gramstat there, right there by Rule. Gramstat will move up the depth chart. He has to. I watched that dude in open practice. You can tell he's played college football. He spins it well. He's very mobile. He's not Dylan Raiola. Okay. But he's better than Heinrich, I think. And Daniel Kalen, who I really like, is just young. And you can see it in practice. But Jalen Gramstat is better than Heinrich Harburg, in my opinion. He's just not as big. I mean, Heinrich Harburg's a truck. All right, first down and goal. And again, they still not the play clock or the time is still running. It's saying 6 seconds. Gets the snap, fakes it, throws it out to Thomas Fidone, and he gets about 2 yards. I don't understand why we're throwing to Thomas Fidone like 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, man. They've done it now twice. Same play twice. The first time went for negative yards. This time they actually got it 3 yards. Harburg is a more all-purpose player. Yeah, I agree. He's more of a Swiss Army knife type guy. All right, Harburg under center on the 3, hand off to Dowdell, straight up the gut for a touchdown, baby. No, that's Gabe Irvin. That's not Dowdell. Gabe Irvin. Gotta like it, baby. Gotta like it. Dude, the holes, right? These holes that are opening up are just insane. Justin Evans Jenkins, that pulling guard right there, getting out, and then Gabe Irvin just freaking driving his shoulder into that defender, taking him for a ride. So I point out the Justin Evans. I just lost my feed. Crap. My live stream still going? Okay, it looks like it. Justin Evans Jenkins being that pulling guard. The reason I'm pointing that out, they tried to do that last year so many times, and it was so bad that, I mean, you would watch offensive linemen, and I remember Ethan Piper, who I really like. So this is nothing against Ethan Piper. Hear me, but I watched Ethan Piper pull one time, and he completely whiffs. And then they kept doing it and over in the same game, and it would do nothing. And I could not figure out why they kept calling this pulling guard runs when the guards don't seem athletic enough to get out there. And so seeing Justin Evans Jenkins get there and do his job is a breath of fresh air. Yeah, their D line is small. I mean, Westmoreland, who's going to play on Sundays, is still not big for a future NFL player. Okay, now we get a kick that gets to the 5-yard line, and they swarm, and they get him at like the 10. So that's good. 23 points in only the second quarter. I say an improved offense. This is a good point. What did we average last year? Like 17 points? I have to look that up, what we averaged as far as points go, but it was not a lot. That's for sure. If we get to 35 points, I'm going to be very, very happy, because I said 35-3 was my score prediction. They scored a touchdown, so that's out the door. 18.5. So Jake says 18.5 was our average. So yeah, we're already doing better than last year. Praise the Lord. All right. They've got the ball on the 11. They hand off for about a 1-yard gain. Second down. 5 minutes and 12 seconds left. Second down and 8. Locklear or Cade McConnell is in. They keep doing these crazy bunches and then moving people around. Cade McConnell gets the snap, throws a slant, first down. That's one thing that has not changed, I would say, from last year to this year that I'm not happy about is we always gave up the slants last year, and I hate that. McConnell throws, gets a guy, he gets about 3 yards, 4 yards. All right, 2nd down and 5. McConnell in the shotgun gets the snap. Takes it himself. He snapped because the running back just got smoked. He gets a 1st down. The 4 minutes left in the game. UTEP is driving. Connell on the shotgun, gets the snap, fakes the handoff. He's scrambling. They're coming after him. Runs out of bounds. They're going to call a flag on that. Yep, they're going to call a flag. Oh, they're calling holding. I'm surprised that they didn't call. MJ Sherman hit him out of bounds. I'm surprised they didn't call a flag on that. Oh, it sounds like they're explaining why that wasn't a MJ Sherman wasn't a flag. All right, so the holding brings them back. So it's 1st down and 20. 3.5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. McConnell in the shotgun gets the snap, throws a screen, and I don't know who that was, but somebody screamed in there and busted up that screen. Didn't get the tackle, but busted up the screen itself, and Malcolm Hartzog was able to get him out, and I think that was about a 1 yard. There's no way that was a 4 yard gain. No way that was a 4 yard gain. 2nd down and 16. The handoff gets up the middle for I can't tell, about 5, 6. So 3rd down. 3rd down and 11. 2 minutes and about 30 seconds left. Patriot says blitz them. Yeah. I'd be interested to see if they try to throw some sort of screen right here, because that's about the only thing that's really been working for them. McConnell gets the snap, empty backfield. Intercepted! Woo! Malcolm Hartzog! Cornstalk, you're ahead of me, dude. But with 2 minutes left and the clock will stop, that's one. Hey, we now got back the one that we the one that we gave away, right? But this if you can't see, if you're not watching, you can't watch the game, just know it was beautiful. McConnell felt the pressure up the middle, and he got the ball away too soon, and he throws it right to Malcolm Hartzog. Back to even. That's right. That's right. All right, here we go. Dylan Raiola, the shotgun, looking. Oh, he's sacked. His helmet came off. So that means Dylan's got to come off the field for a play. Ben Scott just got absolutely steamrolled on that one. Just got absolutely steamrolled on that. I think am I wrong? Not with the 2 minute. He doesn't have to come off the field even still because of the 2 minute delay. Like he gets to go back in. Is that what you're saying? Let me know. Because I really don't know that. I believe you if that's the correct call. 'Cause I mean that would make sense, but um correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, counts as a timeout. Um that's really been the only real pressure, right? On Dylan. I know he's kind of scrambled around a little bit, but it feels like he hasn't really been rushed. Um that feels like the only time that it's really been any sort of pressure. What do you guys think? I feel like the offensive line has done their job. Hey, by the way, I said I was going to be watching Turner Corcoran, who's been going up against Westmoreland, a future NFL prospect, and he's been locking him up. So Turner, thank you for calling me out. Everybody's rear end puckered up for a second. Yeah. Yeah. Especially when his helmet popped off. I mean, if Heinrich has to come in and be the backup, I would get really nervous. If they which it wouldn't be Jalen Gramstad because he's not even on the depth chart. I wouldn't feel so bad. But Heinrich definitely makes me nervous. Just too many turnovers last year. But Turner Corcoran doing a great job. Offensive line thus far has done a great job. That's been the first kind of whiff job that has happened. So Mr. Raj, are you really far behind us? Or is there something else that is about to happen? Maybe you're ahead of me. If that's it, like I'm gonna be jacked about that. Especially because I think it's second down and long. 18 points. We were just talking about it. Jake was pretty much right on. All right, Harburg is back there. Gets the snap. And they give a handoff to Ramir, who gets about 4 or 5. So he did have to come off because of his helmet. All right. 3rd down and 11. A minute 20 seconds left in the game. Dylan's kind of making them wait. Let the play clock go down. Let the play clock go down there. It's at 5, 4, 3, 2. They're going to call timeout. Tell me what you think of Dylan's premiere as a college quarterback, considering he got here early. He's super young. What do you think? How do you feel like he's done thus far? Yeah, whoever's running the clock, stop the freaking clock. Anyway, how do you feel like he's done? Because I feel like he's looked as advertised. I mean, he's young, but he gives us a chance to be good. And look, here's the deal. I watched Iowa struggle in the first half against an Illinois State team that's terrible. Dylan gets the snap, looking, throws wide open to Isaiah Nayor, I think. Yep, Isaiah Nayor. Here we go. Clock stops. Well, injury timeout for a UTEP player. 7 out of 10 is what you're giving him so far, Cornstalk. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I'd give him a 7 or an 8. I agree. I think here's the deal for me. We have a chance to win a lot of games just because we have two outstanding receivers and a guy who can get the ball to him and he doesn't panic. Jamal Banks, we haven't really seen, which I'm really surprised at because I really thought we were going to see a heavy dose of Jamal Banks. But as I think Patriot pointed out earlier, hold on one sec. Dylan in the shotgun gets the snap. He's being chased down out of the pocket, throws the ball away. As Patriot pointed out earlier in the chat, you know, they're probably holding some things back for Big Ten play next week against Colorado, because this is kind of been a little vanilla. I wouldn't say there's been anything like, wow, holy crap. So, you know, it's interesting. All right. Ball is at the 46. Well, Dylan gets a snap, completes it to Jamal Banks for about an 8-yard gain. Third down, clock is ticking, 40 seconds left. Third down and 2. Gets the snap. Hands off to Ramir. Ramir gets the first down, so the clock will stop for a moment. I think they're going to just try to take a couple shots, and if they don't get it, they're going to kick a field goal. Mr. Raj, oh, you're watching play-by-play on ESPN. I got you. Come on, let's get down. Let's get down. I want to get a shot. All right, so they're at the 35. Gets the snap. Looking. Right over the middle. First down to Janarian Bonner. Bonner, man, is just owning that slot position, and it's been impressive. They're hurrying up. They're going to, they just go ahead and spike it. Stop the clock. Okay, it's not 7 seconds because he spiked the ball, and I watched it turn to 8 seconds and then 7 seconds after he walked away. Yeah. Hey, if he throws a dart right here for a touchdown, I'd say yeah. But I'm curious if they're gonna do it or not. If they're gonna just kick a field goal. Second down and 10, 8 seconds left on the clock, and they're at the 21-yard line. Dylan gets a snap. Looking, throws, touchdown! Touchdown, Jamal Banks, baby! Posted him up like a basketball player. And Cornstalk, where's that score at now? Where's the score at now, Cornstalk? I gotta know where your score. What's the score? Oh, yeah, for a freshman, he's done really well. I think he's done well for. I mean, if you watch Cade McNamara looked like trash. Yeah, baby. There we go. And the extra point is good. 30. We've put up 30 by halftime. Husker fans, are you? I can't believe we've put up 30. Dude, Jamal Banks. Come on. If you're watching, come on, man. That's why you went and got him. What a stud catch. What a catch. You see it, bud? You haven't seen it yet? Oh, dude, apparently our TV feed is really behind, so my son hasn't seen it yet, but what a dude. Oh my goodness, man. Woo! He said, Mike and my son said touchdown. And I probably scared the crap out of my wife who's over here trying to do laundry. 30 by halftime. 30 by halftime, guys. Is this real life? Donald Miller. I know, man. 30 by half. I can't believe it. All right, so they kicked off. Finally, almost made it to the end zone. Guy returner gets it to about. He doesn't even get it to the 20. It's like to the 18. And Vincent Shavers Jr. with that tackle, so he gets up jacked, and it's halftime. All right, my friends. At halftime, I got to give my voice a break. I've got to go get some water, take a little potty break. So I'll be back very, very shortly. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Okay. We got some stuff in here. Let's see. Do we now play to win and control the clock, not allowing their offense too many chances, or go for broke and show off our new weapons? I personally think that Matt Rule is the type of guy that isn't necessarily a like rub it in your nose type. I think he's going to want to get the offensive line. He's going to want to start to lean on that defensive line, let the offensive line really flex and let the running backs move. I'm not saying that they still don't take deep shots. I think they will, but I think that they'll really want to use that run game big time now. Give me 1 second. I just realized I turned off a light. Sorry about that. All right. So that's just what I think. I feel like that's more of Matt Rule's style personally. But if they decided to like throw the ball around the yard, I'm okay with that too. But I think that giving the defense plenty of rest, and that's more what I think will happen. Personal opinion, but I'd let Dylan take or make tough throws and hopefully crush them. Prime learning opportunity in front of the lights before Colorado. Yeah, as long as the defense doesn't let them score, I do think taking some chances, like you do in practice, right? Like that's the purpose of practice. I've always hated when you see specific. This more or less happens in OTAs with the NFL when you see reporting when they report, oh, such and such threw this many interceptions in practice, and it's like, well, it's in practice that they got to figure out where the tight throws are that they can make, right? Like when do they take chances? All those things. I've never been one to really think that that's a big deal. And so I'm curious if they've been doing that in practice or not. With Dylan, I'm sure they probably have, but yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind it, but at the same time, I kind of want Dylan's stat sheet to just look impeccable. Ohio State is only up 14 at the half against Akron. Really? Not that I don't believe you, but I got to look this up myself. Scores. Oof. 17-3. I love to see them get Fedoni some looks down the field. Yeah, I agree. I'm not loving what they're doing with Fedoni at the moment. Like these little like screens out to the little bubble. Like I'm not a fan of that. Like, but maybe they're getting ready to open something up here with Fedoni. But I've not been a fan of the way they've used him thus far. I'm ready. Yeah, I definitely think if they score another touchdown, they hold him here because UTEP will get the ball. I think if they hold him here and we score again, I do think you'll start to see, especially in the fourth quarter, I think you'll start to see more guys come in and get some playing time. So Brock Heward. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out and with me on the game. I'm so excited that it's 30 points at the half. When last year, as it's already shown and we talked about earlier, 18 points is what they averaged for an entire game. So massive improvement. So, oh, them showing that right there, by the way. If you're watching, they're showing the highlights before the game kicks off. And they showed Dylan scanning the field, which is something you did not see from the quarterbacks last year. They would go to their first read and immediately pull the ball down if it wasn't there and run. That throw, man, to Jamal Banks to end the half was one of beauty. Just a thing of beauty. He throws that back corner post fade so good. I mean, that's what his first touchdown pass in the spring game was to Janarian Bonner, was the same exact throw. He just throws that so well. All right, Huskers kicking off right to left on the screen. Boot this thing, man. I'm sick of you guys. Like, finally, they get one to the end zone. It's like been incrementally like getting to the end zone. Does anybody want to change their score predictions for the end of the game? Because I did not think that. I thought the game was actually going to be closer at halftime. Ooh, here's a good comment. I'd like to see some Carter Nelson and Malachi Coleman. I know my son would be all about that. He's a huge Malachi Coleman fan. And yes, Carter Nelson is a stud, and I'd love to see some of him too in the slot for sure. All right, so looks like Cade McConnell is out. Locklear is back out. The play clock is really ticking down. They just get it off. They hand off and tackle for loss. John Bullock was all in the backfield. And Nash Huntmucker got there, and it's a play of -1. Second down and 11. Ball at the 24. Locklear gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looking, throws across the middle for a first down. Oh, I guess I missed that. Locklear hands off, and they're all over it. Maybe one. That was Jamari Butler. I didn't know that. I missed that somewhere. Thanks for that, Patriot. I didn't know that World had said in me they want guys to field kickoffs. I missed that one. Second down and 10. Guys are all over the place in motion and getting situated. Locklear gets the snap, throws a bubble screen way behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, they're trying to throw a flea flicker, but it wasn't there. And they tackle him for a loss of 3. So it's going to be third down and long. Mekhi Bear is having himself a game, man. Having himself a game. He opposes kicking it into the end zone. Well, yeah, because I mean he's a old school football coach, so I can see that. That makes sense. I guess I missed where he had said that. But it makes sense, and that's why we're kicking the ball so gingerly. Third down and 11. Ball is at the 36, 37. Oh, they're Locklear is running for his life. Square him up. Oh, he got the first down. Where are the guys in the back end? He got a first down. He was running for his life. Where are the linebackers, man? Man, MJ Sherman, man, was just running him down. Killing me, man. Killing me. First down. All right, here we go. First down and 10. Ball is almost to the 50-yard, 47. Oh, sack and a half by Ty Robinson. Locklear is wishing he handed that ball off on that RPO because he just got drilled. He got dropped about 6 or 7 yards in the backfield. Really wishing he handed that ball off, I'm sure. Dude, Ty just, oh my goodness. You seen it yet, Micah? Woo! He is a monster. 6'6", 310 pounds. All right, second down and 15. Gets the snap, RPO, and once again, sacked again. Prince William and Yellen and Cam Linhart met for a party in the backfield and sacked him again. Third down and about 17. Yep, 17. And Jake says, now we are talking. Yeah, dude. Pin your ears back. Get after them. They keep doing that RPO, man. Just get there. All right, third down, 17. Play clock's ticking down. Locklear gets the snap. He's looking. He's flushed out. Oh, throws behind the runner. And they will punt. Yeah, there has to be holding going on. I'm just the way they are getting after him, and the fact that on that one they didn't get to him. There had to be holding going on. I didn't see it, but I 100% believe you. All right, UTEP will punt from the 40. Their 40. Almost blocked. IGC dancing, kind of gets the corner a little bit, probably picks up about 8 or 10 yards. You know, the punt, the special team stuff from a punt perspective has been nice. Like they've been picking up yardage. So IGC has been impressive, I think, with punt returns. Yeah, he hasn't broken anything, but he's quickly getting to that edge and being forced out, and he's picking up 10 to 15 yards every time, which is a great return average on a punt, which also tells you which that was a bad punt from UTEP. That was a laser, so the guys couldn't get there in time, but you're seeing the blockers get downfield. Yeah, it's really good to see IGC healthy. Like, I felt so bad for him, and then when on that Chasing 3 episode where he talks about, like, how it was a mental battle to wanna come back. Like, I totally believe it, man. You get a horrible, knee injury. It's difficult to come back from. Yep. Yeah, they almost blocked it, man. I mean, like, fingertips away from blocking that punt. And so you're right. Rule wants to put the dagger in them hard. All right. So let's put the Huskers aside for a moment. UTEP was a god awful team last year. And when I say god awful, like, I promise you, their offensive line was bad. Their defensive line had no gap integrity whatsoever. They were just a bad team. Knowing that Scotty Walden, this is his first year, what are your thoughts as Husker fans watching them? What is your thoughts of UTEP as a team? Because I feel like you see promise for a team that's in the Conference USA. I think you see a team that could be a good team. They don't have their quarterback play isn't great, but they scramble. They haven't shown me anything with their arm, but their legs, but their whole thing is up tempo, RPO, that whole thing. So what are you guys have any thoughts on UTEP? I realize this is a Husker channel, but I'm just curious your thoughts, because I'm actually going to probably watch a little bit more UTEP stuff, because I feel like Scotty Walden is going to be a great coach. All right. The first half today, they had 339 total yards, 192 of that was passing yards, 30 points. And they averaged last year 313 with 136 passing yards. All right, Dylan under center. They're at the 23 or 22 yard line. Fakes it, boots out, throws for Nate Borkature, but it's wide. Yeah, they'll play better when they get into conference play. Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is their first game too, right? Yeah, the tempo it is scary when they get going, right? All right, Dylan checks at the line. 2nd down and 10, under center. Hands off to Emmett Johnson, who gets about 6 or 7. Just overmatched on the line. If they could run the ball, they would be a problem. I agree. Both sides of their lines are both undermatched, right? Like they're smaller, which you typically see in lower level Division 1. So, but yeah, I think they're going to be a good team. All right, 3rd and 4, Dylan in the shotgun. Gets the snap. First down. Pass to Isaiah Nayor. Don't fumble, please. And he is taken down at the 44-yard line. First down. Nebraska. Dude, Nayor is he is strong. So is Jamal Banks. All right, Dylan gets the snap, hands off to Ramir Johnson, who spins out of a tackle, continues to spin, continues to grind, and gets about 14 or 15 yards on a run. Now, at the start of this stream, I said, what do I want to see from the running backs? And I said, I want to see our running backs run through first contact, and they have been doing that. And he ran through about 6 different guys, and you're starting to see that they're tired because he's running through arm tackles. Man, he made 6 guys miss. All right, first down and 10 at the 40. Dylan's changing the play. No, he's not. He's telling, I don't know what he's doing. Gets the snap, steps back, throws. Jamal Banks with a little comebacker, first down. Eight and a half minutes left in the third quarter. And they are rolling. They're at the 27-yard line. Fakes, screen pass. That's Carter Nelson. Carter Nelson with a screen, another first down. We're rolling, people. We're rolling, baby. Carter Nelson was in that slot, just kind of chips the guy. They let him get in. Jamal Banks with a great block. Carter Nelson continues to follow the block, gets upfield. Now we're at the 13. Hands off to Emmett Johnson, who gets about 3 or 4. 3 or 4. 3.5. Offense last season had 0 games with 200-plus passing yards, and today we're at 233. Progress, people. Progress. Second down and 6. Ball is on the 9.5-yard line. Gets the hands off, up the gut for about 2 or 3. Just grinding right now, man. They're just grinding. I want to see Thomas Fidone get a touchdown. Third down and 4. Just outside the end zone. They're on the 6.5-yard line. Dylan in the shotgun, gets the snap. Looking, clean pocket. Throws to Emmett Johnson on a screen. Emmett, first down. First down for Emmett. Woo, baby doll. They're looking strong. Way to get that second hand up there and protect that ball, Emmett. Dude was trying to strip it. All right, first down and goal. About 6.5 minutes left. What the heck? That's Harburg. Harburg is back there. Dylan went wide. Harburg goes up the gut for no gain. Little wildcat. All I know is Justin Evans Jenkins, though, absolutely pancaked some dude on the ground, and he is slow to get up. I think that was just a let's just see if it works. We're going to keep grinding. A little under 6 minutes left in the third, second and goal. Dylan in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Oh, what a hold. That's a massive hold. They had to hold Jamal Banks so bad they pulled his arm down because he had it. He burned the dude. It was about to be another fade, and they had to just pull his arm down. UTEP, their hands are all on their hips. They're exhausted. It's a great crossing route. So it's going to be a first down right outside the end zone. First and goal. Gabe Irvin in the backfield. Oh, Henry Lutovsky. Or no, that's Liebentrip. Fullback. Going straight up the gut. Untouched. Gabe Irvin touchdown. This I 100% agree with. Because it are you wanting to see it? You can come over here, bud. Watch my chat. I mean, untouched. Look at that. Yeah, I agree with that. They put it on there just because it just seemed like a I don't know, if Harburg would have scored, they would have taken it, but it just didn't seem like that it was really anything whatever. Extra point is good. 37-7. Give me some, bud. Give me some. Are we going to score 50? Are we going to score 50? Are we going to score 50? Oh, 100. For those of you guys that aren't watching the game, the stream, they just gave a stat that UTEP has run 29 total plays and Nebraska has run 29 total plays in UTEP territory. So that's impressive. Reminiscent of the old Big 12 days. So just so you guys know, don't hate me for this. I grew up in Central Florida. I grew up a Gators fan. We moved here 8 years ago and fell in love with Nebraska. And my son was little at that time, and he's grown to want to be a Husker himself, this one right here. And so we just did away with our Florida fandom, except for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and just drank the Kool-Aid of Nebraska, and I've been all in on it. So the Big 12 days don't mean anything to me because I didn't really watch too much Nebraska back then, but I know you old heads are pumped right now because it's feeling like those days, right? Going to be a party in Lincoln tonight. It's going to be a party at my house. Like we're going to party hard. But yeah, definitely. Like, downtown is going to be so. The Haymarket's going to be crazy. When do you think they start bringing in subs? That's the question. All right. UTEP has the ball at their 25. All right. Get the snap, throw a bubble screen, gets upfield for about 7. Sorry, bud. It looked like Amari Sanders was on that corner. 2nd down and 3. It's like Elijah Judy is in it. Nope, that's Vincent Carroll Jackson running the nose. He's actually got some good push. Willis McGahee, the 4th, is in. So they've already started putting in backup defensive guys. So it's a first down. They fake the handoff. They throw across the middle. Oh, almost intercepted. Almost intercepted. You got Sean Singleton and Marquise are give me a sec. I'm looking up Stephon Thompson is in for Mekhi Bear. Vincent Shavers is in for John Bullock, number 10. The handoff. runs up the middle for a first down. Willis McGahee, the fourth, gets the tackle. The linebackers got sucked up. But Malcolm Hartzog and Deshaun Singleton are still in the game as the safeties. Another run right up the middle. And I don't know who's that. 32. Oh, Ramir Stewart. That dude's hard, and he just showed it there. No need for injuries when the game is not close. Yeah, I agree. They're driving. That's at the 49-yard line. They throw deep. He's all alone, and he missed it. Whoever was at corner fell down, and he was all alone, but he overthrew him. 3rd down and 7. Wasn't a bad play. Yeah, Amari falls down. Yeah, his foot got tied up. I was a Husker kid in the 90s. My son is 15 and starting to think he doesn't believe me on how I was then. Hopefully he gets experience or something like that if he's 6. Yeah, man. Vincent Carroll Jackson is down on the ground. So we got an injury timeout. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I was really young. So I'll be 40 in October. So a lot of the guys here, they'd be like, what did you think of that, Nebraska national championship against, they talk about Miami or they'll talk about Florida Gators. And I have to tell them I was in elementary school. So that wasn't really meaningful to me, but there was still those Nebraska days of Bo Pelini where they were still relevant. So I knew I watched Nebraska in bowl games and things like that. So the biggest thing is like being a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan my whole life. I know what it's like to be in a den of depression and irrelevancy for a long time. But that's where your fandom really starts to show when you stick around. And that's actually what made me fall in love with Nebraska. It is a community of people who love their sports, the Nebraska sports, and they stick by through and through. And I love the fact that I can literally go anywhere wearing Husker gear and somebody will go Big Red. Right. And I'm across the country somewhere and somebody you all of a sudden feel like you got a best friend. So I freaking love that. And it's been that really made me start to really cheer for the Huskers and then ultimately drink the Kool-Aid. I'll tell my age. I remember watching the first back-to-back national championships. Hey, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it, man. I'm just glad you guys are here hanging out with me. If you haven't yet, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would much appreciate it if you did. If you haven't liked this stream yet and you're having a good time hanging out with me, would you consider liking it, sharing it with others so they jump in with us and have a good time? But man, I think some people we got up now 37-7 and people are like, you know what? I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to go hang out at the Golden Corral or something. I can't peel myself away.
Tried to comment, but it wouldn't do anything.
Tried to comment, but it wouldn't do anything. Thanks, buddy. All right. Man. It feels just so good. Feels so good to actually not only be winning a game, but blowing out the team. That's what you're supposed to do days like this, It just feels good for that to be happening. Most by a Nebraska quarterback since October 7th of 2022. All right, 3rd down and 7. No. All right, they keep doing these bunch patterns and then running back goes to the backfield, blah, blah, blah. Just the eye candy. Nebraska shows blitz. They back off. Oh, they almost get to him. Oh, and throws it. Could have had it. Mari Sanders in coverage. Kai Wallen. Everybody was having a party in the backfield. They were getting back there. So you had Kai Wallen back there. You had Elijah Judy back there, and I couldn't tell who that other side was. Could have been Riley Van Poppel. All right. So UTEP's going to punt with just under 4 minutes left. Peter. He already touched it. So it's going to be down at the about 11. Yep. All right. So Huskers are getting the ball back. 37-7. Just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Why do you want to watch this ad? This ad's just a commercial. It's one of my favorite ads. Oh, 50 burger. No, I would like it if we put up 50. If we put up 50, I'm curious what the national media says. I'm really curious. When are they changing the field to grass? Next year. Next year's going to natural grass. Which that's also something that I'm curious on what they're going to do, because when the high school state championships are here, what are they going to do? Like, I'm glad they're going to grass because it helps cut down on injuries. I'm just curious the plan for what they're going to do, because so many games are going to happen on that field, and then they'll still, if we're in we'll still have, I believe, at least one more game, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe maybe we play in Iowa, and so maybe that's what it is. That might be what it is then. Either way. Or no. I'm talking about so next year. My bad. So yeah. So we would still have another game. So what do they do about caring for the grass and all that kind of stuff? So, I mean, that's not my job to worry about, but I'm glad they're doing it though. Feel like a cheese stick or something. I gotta eat something. Or Micah, some jerky. Yeah, I haven't heard that. I haven't heard if they're going to do concerts still, because that was actually something that somebody, if I remember correctly, somebody called into 93.7 The Ticket and asked that, and there was no answer on that. So who knows? But are they going to try to do the women's volleyball thing there again? Going to move it to Lincoln or Omaha School? They could. I mean, Seacrest Field here in Lincoln's not bad. It's not a bad little field. All right, Heinrich Harburg is in the game. Thank you, bud. Throws a little screen to Carter Nelson, looks like, who takes it upfield for about 5. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea too, because that's at the center of the state. Wouldn't be a bad move. Second down and 5. Harburg in the shotgun. Emmett Johnson to his left. Throws another screen pass to Nate Borkacher, who keeps his feet and gets upfield. So this is going to be a third down and short. All right, third down and 3. They've also got backup offensive linemen in there. Harburg under center. Hands off. Emmett Johnson with a nice move and gets the first down. Kearney would be fine, but Eastern schools probably wouldn't go for it. Yeah, so here's where, not being from Nebraska, I weigh in on an opinion that really kind of drives me crazy. Lincoln and Omaha tend to act like Western Nebraska doesn't exist, and then they get really upset when Western Nebraskans don't really own them as part of Nebraska. Like if you try to do business or whatever from Eastern Nebraska and go to Western Nebraska, and Western Nebraskans don't want to do business with you, and I get it. Like it's yes, I understand that we have the majority of the population, but come on, man, taking the state high school championship to Kearney, I think would be a good thing because it's at the center of the state. I don't see a problem with it, but I they would gripe. You're right. All right, Harburg, 2nd and 8. Harburg in the shotgun, fakes the handoff to Gabe Irvin, sets back, throws to I think Lindenmeyer. Is that Luke Lindenmeyer? Yep, Luke Lindenmeyer for a first down. Sorry, guys, I'm eating a little something because I needed something. So I'm trying not to chew in the mic. All right, first down. Harburg in the shotgun. Hands off to Gabe Irvin, who gets upfield for about 5 or 6. At this point, they're really just kind of leaning on that defense. Man, they just said on the thing they've already that on the broadcast that Nebraska has run 65 offensive plays. That's a ton. All right, Harburg. It's 2nd and 5. 2nd down and 5. Harburg in the shotgun. Gabe Irvin in the backfield with him, and they hand off to him once again. Gets upfield for a first down and more. He's still grinding, and he picks up about 16 on the play. First down. Right at midfield. They're going to let this go down, third quarter go down, go all the way into the fourth. I think so many old school Husker fans especially would say, I just want to see the second stringers get into a game because we haven't seen that in a long time. You got your wish. You got your wish. Question is will we see Danny Kalen? Like if we score here, they stop him again. Do we see Danny Kalen? That would be interesting, right? Giving Danny Kalen a chance to see some snaps. Heinrich Harburg. Danny Kalen red shirt. I believe that they are redshirting him, but I think that this would be because you can have four games. So I think that this would be a good one to get him in to see. Yep. 4 games. If you could play 4 games or less. Yeah, I do too. I think it would be very ideal for him to get into a game. And he's dressed. They showed him on the sideline, so he's dressed. He's not like Jalen Gramstad, who's got the green smock on. So decided you didn't want to watch it over there on the couch anymore.
Nope. Mine was behind my log shop.
Oh, because the TV stream was behind. I haven't seen Malachi Coleman. Carter Nelson's in. I haven't seen Malachi yet. I'm sure he'll be in the game. Pretty sure I still saw Jamal Banks still running with the second string. Hey, remind me in the chat, guys. Have we seen Dante Dowdell since the fumble? I don't think that we have, right? Really? If you guys remember in the chat, let me know. Because I don't think that we have, but yeah. Yeah. Patriot says nope. I didn't think we had it. Oh, Jake says that they talked about Malachi Coleman having a slight groin issue earlier this week. Dang, man. That poor kid battled with a lot of injuries lately. I mean, I know that's not anything he can help. It's just how things go. Yep. Tom Brady will be doing broadcast. All right, we're back. Fourth quarter, baby. Fourth quarter. Here's the thing. Nebraska fandom is so insane. They're showing that stadium, and it is still packed. All right, Heinrich in the shotgun on the 49-yard line. Throws a little comeback to Jalen Lloyd. No, who is that? Oh, that's I can't think of his first name. He's the freshman wide receiver. I don't think so. Patriot said he should be available for the Colorado game. Talking about Malachi Coleman. Yeah, I think so. All right, second down and 6. Heinrich hands off to Mazuka. Is that Micah Mazuka? Gibson Pyle's in the game? Yeah. Yeah, so Mazuka takes the carry, and they say Gibson Pyle is in the game. Nice. True freshman. Sam Sledge is in. All right. We're rolling with some youngins right now. Third down and 3. Heinrich is under center. Put Smith in motion. And Mazuka for a first down. That was actually a great play. Great play. Guys just absolutely parted the Red Sea. They had a blitzer coming off that side. An untouched blitzer. Lindenmeyer couldn't get there in time, and they still, it just worked to perfection. No! Lost my stream. And it comes back just in time for a first down throw to Alex Bullock. First down and 10. It's actually a great throw by Heinrich Harburg. All right. Harburg in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Mazuka. Nope. He takes it himself, which totally tripped me out. And he was looking for contact. All right. Harburg was looking for contact because he could have literally cut it inside and got way more yardage. But instead, he ran right where Lindenmeyer had the guy locked up blocking and ran right into him. No joke. Did you guys see that? Like he was looking for contact. Second down and 2. Throw. Oh, there's a flag. Yep. Alex Bullock Harburg tried to hit him up the seam. Alex Bullock was pulled down. So that's going to be pass interference. All right. 12 minutes, just over 12 minutes left. First down and goal. I wonder if Harburg calls his own number here. Are you talking about Heinrich? Because if you are, yeah, I feel you on that. My son sitting right here just goes, "Why did he do that?" Like if he would have just literally cut it upfield, he could have scored, I bet. But I mean, he was smiling. They showed him he's smiling the entire time, which tells you he wanted the contact. He wanted to lay a lick. So yeah. But when you're that big, you invite contact, I guess. So so when they say calling his own number, that just means like he's gonna get the ball and he's gonna run it. What do you guys think? You think Harburg right here calls his own number and takes it in and looks for somebody to run over on his way into the end zone? So I think there's a very good chance of that. If they let Harburg throw right here, I'm going to be surprised just because it's so tight in the end zone. Touch is not necessarily his thing. Jake, this is true. I actually talked about this in another video a few weeks back, that his throwing is much improved. You can tell that the new co-offensive coordinator that they got has really been helping with that, but he still struggles with those intermediate routes and he struggles to throw a screen. I don't know why he does, but he just does. Patriot quick slant to the tight end. That's not a bad call, actually. You hope they make him throw. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm so over all the commercials, man. So over all the commercials. All right, here we go. Yeah, Cornstalk said he needs to practice throwing. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. And we're blowing them out. And it's the fourth quarter. And you're not wrong on any of that. All right. First and goal. Ball's on the 6. Harburg in the shotgun. Throws. He does throw and not even close. Oh, they're calling a flag, which looks like it's going to be holding. Oh, they're calling pass interference on the offense. Okay. I got to see that. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. IGC didn't even try to like keep from he did run into him. Keelan Smith locked up his guy. All right, first down and goal. Now we're at the 21. Quentin Ives in the game. Good for Quentin. Takes the handoff and gets about 6. Second down and goal, which that's forever away. All right. Harburg in the shotgun. Quentin Ives to his left. Looking, throws it. Not even close. Alex Bullock. Oh, they're calling a flag. Honestly, if they call pass interference on this, it's pretty chippy. 1, it's a blowout. 2, let's see. Hold on. Yep. He wouldn't have caught that ball anyway. It's not even catchable. I mean, I'll take it. But it's 37-7. The ball's not catchable. I wouldn't even have called it. He's all over him. Again, ball's not even close to catchable. I mean, what do you guys think? Tell me in the chat. call it if it's there, or do you think when it's a blowout and the ball's way over his head, all right. Ball's on the 2, Harburg under center. We're in the I. Straight up. And it's down at the 1. It's Mazuka taking the ball for 1 yard gain. Man, they're just grinding clock. Those offensive linemen are getting downhill, man. Second down and goal at the 1. Again in the I. Right back to it for no gain. Woo! Gunnar Gatula just pancaked the mess out of a linebacker. Third down and goal. Patriots calling a Harburg sneak. I mean, we'll see. They're loading up the box and they're ready for it. That coming downhill. Timeout, UTEP. Guys, I gotta say, they've moved the ball. The second stringers have moved the ball pretty well. What do you think? Yeah. They've run it down their throats, that's for sure. You can tell it's getting towards the end of the game because my back is hurting from sitting here. I'm out of gas. I can tell I'm out of practice myself on these talking for 3.5 hours at this point. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Again, if you're just tuning in, you don't know who I am. My name is Logan Merrick, and this is Husker Central. I'm just a fan who loves the Huskers, and I do these live streams so we kind of create community and everyone can kind of comment as we watch together and try to give some little play-by-play as it happens. I enjoy it. I hope you guys do. Thanks again for just hanging out with me. Appreciate it. Love to see a tight end sneak out for a TD. Yeah, dude. The little leaky thing they've been trying to do with Thomas Fedoni the entire time that's not really gone well. That wouldn't be bad. Cornhuskers says victory beer. If I liked beer, sure. But I have nothing against beer. It doesn't like me, honestly. Alcohol messes me up. So, but I will have a victory Gatorade. But you, Cornstalk, have a victory beer for me if you don't mind. Tell your wife you need 2. One for me, one for you, and just double fist. A victory root beer? All right. Mike is going to have a victory root beer, he said. You can tell they've really slowed the game down. I mean, 1 touchdown for almost the entire half. And really it's because they've only had 2 series. One they scored on with Dylan Raiola, and then the other one with Harburg that missed. Right? Am I right? Didn't Harburg already do 1 series that they didn't move the ball really? Dylan Raiola, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns, 19 of 27. Not a bad stat line. All right. On the 1, 3rd and goal, Harburg in the shotgun. Hands off. Didn't go anywhere. You got to go for it right here, right? Got to go for it. And I am not a fan of the whole handoff to the running back from the shotgun. Just not a big fan of that. What? Yeah. All right. Tristan Albano out for a field goal. Let's see how he looks. 20-yard field goal attempt. Bad snap, but they get it through. That's 40. Yeah, I guess so. Which they haven't had to kick a field goal at all. So I guess Rule was like, we need to get all this in. Everybody needs to get in, Tristan included. Because John Hall has been doing the extra points. So if there's any UTEP fans that's hanging out in the stream, don't, because on Twitter I know you guys were really chirpy. One guy in particular was really chirping that you guys were going to steal one from us. Don't get down. I know you guys have been a losing team for a long time, but I see a lot of promise in UTEP, especially with Scotty Walden. And we talked about this earlier in the stream as fans, but as Husker fans. But if the run game gets going for UTEP, that up tempo is really going to be lethal for you guys. But now you see the danger in when the up tempo doesn't work, how it wears out your defense. It just does. That's just how it goes. So it's a double-edged sword, man. It really is. But as a Husker fan, I am very happy with a 40-7 score. Wouldn't mind one more score, honestly, to see if we can't get it up to 50. I'm hungry. And I keep seeing that Jersey Mike's commercial, and it makes me really want a Jersey Mike sub, you know? Where are you going to get your I want to thank Jake and Patriot and Cornstalk. You guys have been awesome just being in the chat. And then all the rest of you guys that have commented and hung out with me, and anyone that has shared the stream with your people that have liked the video. If you haven't, if you would consider subscribing, that'd be awesome. Trying to get up to 3,000 subscribers. All right. Hall kicks off. Hole. And they receive the kick and wrap him up at about the 25, I believe. Yep, it's true. And they're showing the replay of that safety, which I feel like really shifted that momentum that they had gotten extremely. Because at first, that they had some momentum that they were carrying, and then it was just like that safety. Everything took off from there. The defense has been swarming. They've been hard hitting. It's been really good. All right. They're on the 21. That's Locklear in the handoff. And he gets about 2. Who is 99? Who the heck is 99? 99. Like he's not even on the depth chart. Who the heck is 99 on defense playing the line? All right, 2nd down and 8. A little under 9 minutes left in the game. They throw a screen, and he gets about 2 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 7 or 6. If anybody knows who 99 is, that'd be great. Jake, do you do lives for all the games? Yeah, so I will. I'll be doing live streams for all the games. And I mean, if something crazy changes or whatever, I'll put it out there. But yeah, I'll be doing live streams for all the games. So definitely like tell people about it. Join in with us. 3rd down and 5. Locklear steps back, throws. They get a 1st down. There's a little hitch route. All right, I've got to figure out who the heck 99 is for Nebraska, because they keep showing him. He's not on that depth chart. So 1st down and 10. Locklear throws a little bubble screen. Willis McGahee misses the tackle in the backfield, so he gets about 3. So we got 2nd down and 7. Excuse me one sec, everyone. It's going to bother me not knowing who that is. And Nebraska football. 2nd down and 6. Throws across the middle. And that is a big time pickup of about 25 yards. All right, 99. 1st down and 10 on the 40. Can't tell what that was. 42. Oh, man. Terrible tackling. Dylan Parrott. Okay, so thank you. Or Dylan Plunkett? Which one is it? Plunkett or Parrott? I didn't see it. Anyway, his name is Dylan. Okay. Not familiar with him, but he's there. All right, 50-yard line. 1st down and 18. Okay, that ball had to come back or something. Must have been a hold or something. I got sight. Oh my gosh. Ishmael Smith Flores, who's made the move from tight end to linebacker, blitzes and absolutely blows up the running back. My goodness. Big gap. Yeah. Ishmael Smith Flores, welcome to the game, buddy boy. 2nd down and 22. Just under 6 minutes left. Locklear gets the snap, looking, throws across the middle. Intercepted. Is that Stewart? And he returns it. Yeah, it's Stewart. Dude, I have a video about him way back. There's a flag. I have a video way back. Oh, and it's on UTEP. So what a play. But yes, Cornstock says Stewart for the +1. Yeah, baby. That feels good, doesn't it? Not to be in the negative. I did a video about Stewart because his high school tape, whenever he committed to Nebraska, I said, I love the kid. He was a thumper. Like when I watched his high school tape, he gets downhill and just blows people up. And so seeing him make some plays, he's had some hard hits in the second half, and now seeing that interception, like, wow, man, that's awesome. Awesome to see these young guys making plays and getting some confidence in them. Ishmael Smith Flores, tight end, gets moved to linebacker, and he gets moved to linebacker. Like I swear he was playing tight end at the open practice. So I think it's just recently. But I could be wrong on that. Don't hold me to that one. But seeing him play linebacker and get in there and just blow some stuff up and hit hard, that's good. That right there. That right there. Makes me happy. Makes me happy. I think right now is where we got to see Daniel Kalen, right? Like everybody's getting in the game. Got to see Daniel Kalen right here. Got to see Daniel Kalen. Oh, you know what? And while we're at it, let's look at that Ohio State score. 38-6 Ohio State. So they went ahead and pulled away. Indiana is beating FIU 24-7. Dude, I don't even have my ticker up going. I need to put my ticker. I suck at the ticker thing. Nebraska's got 40. There we go. Better late than never, I guess. Northwestern's beating Miami of Ohio only 13-6. Penn State won 34-12. Iowa won 40-0. Maryland won 50-7. We can get a little Maryland action going. That'd be great. Purdue won 49-0 against Indiana State. Oregon plays Idaho at 6:30. Michigan plays Fresno State at 6:30. UCLA plays at 6:30 against Hawaii. And Washington plays Weber State at 10 o'clock tonight. Rutgers beat Howard 44-7. Minnesota lost, if you didn't see that. Minnesota looks awful. They look awful. Oof. And Michigan State beat FAU and Wisconsin beat Western Michigan. Those teams I just mentioned looked terrible. All right. Random guy with a corn stalk. All right, here we go. That is Danny Kalen. Danny Kalen's in the game, ladies and gentlemen. And his first pass goes for a first down, baby. To 26. Kalen gets the snap, hands off to Quentin Ives. He tries to get outside, can't. No, I'm sorry, that's not Danny Kalen. That's Jalen Gramstad. That is Jalen Gramstad, number 19. I am sorry. That is not Daniel Kalen. Oh. Jalen Gramstad in the game. Gets the snap. Boots to his right. Throws and is knocked away. Keelan Smith. So we got 3rd down and 10. Oh, my light died. If you're wondering what just happened, my light died. I'm so glad that everyone's getting to see Jalen Gramstad because I'm telling you, he is going to end up being the backup quarterback. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 10. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left. Gramstad gets the snap, looks, throws, out of bounds. That was just good coverage. All right, here comes another Ian Flint, young tight end in the game. Oh, they're going for it on 4th down and 10. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Gramstad in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Oh, man. He took it and ran. He just tucks it and run. He only gets about 2 yards. He was looking. He kept his eyes downfield. Kind of reminded me of Chubba Purdy on that. So turnover on downs. And they're just showing Dylan Raiola highlights, which I love. So is the rest of Husker Nation. Easy. All right, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. UTEP only has one timeout left. And they get the ball at the 28, 27-yard line. Quick throw. Oh, that was almost another interception. The ball was batted up in the air. And diving for it was man, the kid that was on that they chasing 3. Definitely a poised difference between quarterbacks is what Jake said. Yeah, I agree. You still can tell that if Dylan goes down, we're not. It could be dangerous. 2nd down and 10. Connell hands off. They get about 9 on the handoff. Bryant is hurt. He's hurt. I think he's holding his ribs. Yeah, he's hurt. He's still in there because they're running up tempo. Oh my goodness! It's a meeting in the backfield. Genatone is in there. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, let's talk about Maverick Noonan. Okay, he's another one that has me excited that I saw in the open practice, and they didn't even block him. He just smokes the running back. My goodness. No interceptions. That's true. 4th down and 6. I somehow I missed the 3rd down. Sorry, guys. 4th down and 6. Almost at 3 minutes left in this game. Yeah, he was totally unblocked. But I was watching him at the open practice, and man, he was bull rushing the living daylights. He was bull rushing the living daylights out of offensive linemen. Like, he was letting them have it. I was really impressed. It got me really excited. It's really cool to see the guys that I made notes of in my video on the Big Red preview practice. Seeing them show up in this game is really cool to see. Really cool. Makes me excited also too for the future of Husker football, because it shows you that there's really good things happening. I mean, especially knowing that Dylan Raiola is young. He's a freshman, you know what I mean? So, and I do think Jalen Gramstat is going to be a serviceable backup. Jalen Gramstat gets a high snap, hands off. Is that Mekhi Nelson? Is that him? I can't tell. No, Williams. All right, 2nd down and 5. Handoff for 5 yards. Sorry, guys. It's getting late in the game, and I'm losing what I'm doing. Wish they would let Dowdell play some more. He's really skilled guys. What Cornstock comments. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really for them, it's you don't turn the ball over. You want to play, you don't turn the ball over. You protect the ball. 2nd down and 5. Because I feel like Rule talked a little bit about that. Gramstat hands off. Again to Williams, who gets about 2 yards. Third down and 3. 2 minutes left. Oh, it's going to be a TV timeout. 2 minutes left in the game. And we're just running it at this point. So, yeah. So, I don't remember who said it, if it was Patriot or Cornstock or Jake, but somebody said that they had said that Malachi had a groin injury. He must, because I mean, at this point, we would have seen him if he was there. So, but yeah, as far as Dowdell is concerned, I really think that it is more of a you want to play, you protect the ball. But he is skilled, man. He is. He showed that. I mean, none of the running backs really had a chance to get rolling, if you notice. They let them all play. They all did well, all of them. Emmett had some good runs. Ramir had some really good runs. Dowdell, of course, had some great runs and a score. Mazuka has had a couple of good ones. Um, I mean, they've all kind of contributed. Gabe Irvin has a score, right? And he had a couple of really tough runs. And so the offensive line owned UTEP. So owned that defensive line for sure. Bradley Mustaine says, "We're back, baby. Go Big Red." Yes. Yeah, baby. You know, the whole 1620 out of Omaha has the Big Red overreaction. There's going to be some major overreaction off this game, man. I got to tell you. Running back by committee until one guy steps up and proves himself. Yeah. Yeah. I think they're going to always run especially a two-back system for sure. But running back by committee, I get it. Everybody needs to get their legs under them. We got to see who fights. Who shows up. Like you're saying, Patriot. Like I get that, but I also I just want to see a guy just get rolling and just punish them. You guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. You're Husker fans. You've seen it in the past when a guy just gets rolling and he's just running dudes over, and the defense is so sick and tired of tackling him because he's just running downhill. Like that's really what I want to see. Well, guys, we are on the last leg of this stream, and I just want to thank you guys again for hanging out with me. I'll be back here again for the Colorado game. Again, I'm going to have a video up on Tuesday because I'll be with Coach BA. We're going to do a breakdown of this game, what we liked, and then we're going to talk about Colorado. So be looking for that video if you will. Tuesday, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you would, consider subscribing. If you're watching on YouTube, like this video, share it, let people know. I really appreciate it. All right, Jalen Gramstad gets the snaps, 3rd down and 3, hands off to Quentin Ives, who never got the edge. That was just a bad, he should have cut that up. Finally, now I can wear my Huskers with pride. We're going to spank Colorado. I actually feel really good about Colorado. They've only got 3 players. Can those 3 players beat you? Yeah, they 100% can. But nobody else. They don't have a defense. They don't have an offensive line. So you better hope that those 3 guys are world beaters and come to steal the soul of Nebraska, because I guarantee you these Nebraska players had this game circled last year. All right, 4th down and 4. Oh, we're taking a timeout. I wonder why we're not seeing Mekhi Nelson, man. They will score quick, but their line will fold, especially in the second half. Yeah. Well, they have to score quick because you saw it against North Dakota. They can't run the ball. They have to throw it. And so you're not going, I don't care who you are. Tom Brady can be your quarterback. You cannot win a game by just throwing it. And now the Bucks, the year they won the Super Bowl with Tom, averaged about 60 throws a game, but they still had to run it to keep the defenses honest. And you're not going to matriculate yourself down the field. So you're hoping for big plays. And this defense does not give up big plays. They'll give up plays. They won't give up big plays. All right. They've decided to punt instead of going for it, because Brian Buschini also needs practice. Great punt coverage, but they completely whiffed on that. And they whiffed on that. He stepped out of bounds. 2 guys whiffed on that last play. Going to cover the spread. I don't even know what the spread is. Is it 10 points? Or is it 7? What's the spread? I don't know. Somebody let me know what the spread is on that Colorado game. I know we're favored in it, but I haven't seen the spread. All right, first down and 10 at the 40. They throw a screen, tries to cut it back inside. They're swarming like crazy. He gets about 2. All right, Mackay. All right, I think that is Mackay Nelson. That went in to run, was at running back. All right, second down and 7. They have a third. UTEP has a third quarterback in. I don't even know who that is. Somebody just got a sack. Number 58. Sorry, guys. I'm going back and forth at this point. Patriot says, when was the last time we covered a spread in a game? I have no idea. Oh, is that great teams cover? Yep, that's true. So it is so Jake said 7. So it is 7. Okay. Third down and 12. And that's game. All right. Well, guys, much appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you for those of you guys that got in the comments and just hung out with me, gave me your opinions. Really appreciate it. I'll be back here again next Saturday for that late night game against Colorado. I feel good about it. Again, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Much appreciate you. Have a great rest of your night. Again, video is going to come out Tuesday, reaction of this video or this game, and then the Colorado game with Coach BA. Have a good one, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you later.